Okay, let me get the soundboard up here and make sure it's working. Oh, they changed the soundboard. It looks different now.
They changed a couple things because I had to almost re-sign in to get in. I had to put my name in, which usually just saves all that shit.
Yeah, weird. We'll give it a try. This week is an upper persuasion to a lower invasion as we discuss the 1994 horror comedy Night of the Demons 2. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bloody Bits Horror Show. I am your host, Eddie. I am your host. Hey, wait, there we go. I'm your host, Eddie. The Axe Jefferson, and joining me, as always, the T-Man, Tim Yobo. How are you doing today, good sir?
That's it. I'll take that as a nickname. That's not bad.
Yeah, you can be
Z-Man, right?
How do you get the nickname the Z-Man?
Well, you got to have a last name that starts with the Z. So maybe he's like the only Polish guy who goes to the school.
Yeah, his name was like Paulie Zabrowski or something.
And when I hear Z-Man, I think of Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. That's Z-Man.
Right.
You can't follow that guy.
Maybe he really liked Zima, so he was the Z-Man.
94, was Zima out then? Or is that more like Bartles and James?
When
I think
was
Zima was more of a 2000 thing.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now because I'm not sure when Zima first popped off. We're looking at
it was the wine. Was it the wine spritzers? Yeah. That was the first things. Yeah.
No, Tim, it's perfect. 1993. It was introduced by Coors Brewing Company.
Wow, by Coors.
Yeah, and I found a recipe for one.
For Zima.
Yeah,
just water and piss.
No, it's 1.5 ounces of vodka, 1.5 ounces of Calpico, which is a Japanese soft drink. So you know how we all have that in our pantry, right?
Easily available.
Lemon juice, lime juice, sugar, club soda, and water.
I'm willing to bet if you dig into that recipe, the website that it comes from is owned by a Japanese company that owns that soft drink company.
Sells Calpico.
That's trying to get their foot in the door.
Yeah,
I'll have a Calpico, please. I'll have a Calpico.
They're like, listen, I know you all miss Zima. This is our way to get the foot in the door. Is through the secret
That's
people
what it
that want
was.
Zima.
I thought Zima was just like a clear beer.
Clear beer. That would have been a better name for it.
Okay.
Clear beer. I can't, imagine anybody would rhyme that with something to make fun of people drinking it or anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. In 93? No, come on.
No. That never would have happened. So, Tim, here we are. We're at the end of the month. This is our final 1994. The end of the year for
94. Goodbye, 94.
Goodbye to 94. We hardly knew you.
Yeah, I know 95 is bringing some great things.
95... Yeah, that's a good one. Let's take a look at some 95 horror here.
It's bringing a movie that I think since I joined this fucking podcast, I kept saying, we have to do it, we have to do it, we have to do it. So
Castle Freak. Right?
Yeah,
you wanted to
Castle
cover
Freak. Yeah.
Castle Freak? No, I know what it was,
I
Tim,
can show my Castle Freak tattoo off, finally.
No, I figured, Tim, since you're such a Stephen King fan, what about The Mangler? That was 95.
That's with Freddy Krueger in it, right?
The Mangler, yeah, it was the one with, wasn't that the one about the newspaper machine? Crushed people?
No, I think this is like a industrial mill or something like that, or like they're doing like, I don't know, some kind of like carpet or something.
Yeah, it was some sort of
some
sort of a big machine that killed people. So kind of up there around like a deathbed, the bed that eats, one of those
Yeah,
levels.
no, I think underneath it, it's a pro-union story, right? If you had a good union in that place, after like the seventh person who got mangled, they would have like repaired the machine or like updated the security, the safety measures.
So then you think that movie Rust Alec Baldwin was on, is that a pro-union message
Let
now,
me tell you this. I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago that I was doing a rewatch of 30 Rock.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many fucking episodes where Jock Donaghy, he is shooting people like doing this stuff like this and making gun references and all that other, and it's like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah, it
he
didn't
just
age
got re-indicted on that shit, right? Look, if he gets off as being the guy who pulled the trigger because he didn't know what was that was going to happen, he's still the executive producer on that thing. He's basically in charge of who's being hired as the guns, or whoever was a gunsmith, the person who wrangles the guns and all that other stuff. So, in a way, if you hire someone who's inexperienced, he might not be responsible as the guy who pulls the trigger, but he could be held responsible, I think, as the guy who hired the irresponsible person that gave him as an actor the gun.
Right. Yeah. No, it's funny because my wife and I were talking about this. I didn't realize he was an EP on it because my thing was first of all, some idiot on Twitter was like, I can't believe Alec Baldwin's getting popped for involuntary manslaughter. He didn't go out there and intentionally try to kill anyone. And I'm like, hey, stupid.
Involuntary manslaughter.
So I just explained, involuntary means you didn't try to do it. You didn't intend
Manslaughter means that because of something that you did that you didn't intend to happen, somebody ended up dying from it. So you got the double to get out of jail. Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. I think people might be stupid. But yeah, if he was an EP on it, then yeah, I'm sure the decisions about are we going to get union guys that know how to handle arms or not, that's going to go to him.
Yeah, but then he's got enough layers where it's like, hey, look, I'm the executive producer. I'm Alec Baldwin. I'm just the executive producer in name. I wasn't handling the day-to-days. You think Alec Baldwin was really interviewing all the crew, all the PA people, the craft services, who they were going to hire? So, but I mean, I think he did a stupid thing, though, by going on TV right away and giving an interview talking about he absolutely, positively did nothing wrong.
Oh, Tim,
that's not a good move because there you are on tape, right? So somebody's going to get you. So as an executive producer, hiring somebody who's not union and you're only paying $14 an hour to off the books, that wasn't doing anything wrong?
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Tim, another one from 95 is The Babysitter with Alicia Silverstone.
She's in this movie too, I think, right?
In this movie?
I think this was... I look it up. I think the chick that's in this movie is probably her body double in next year's movie.
You mean
because the blonde looks like Alicia Silverstone?
Are you talking about Terry?
Is that her name? There was somebody named Terry, and there's a guy named Perry in this movie.
Yeah, there's Perry and Terry, and who else? Shirley and BB.
Shirley's the hot one. I like her.
Oh yeah, Shirley's the one that's throwing it around all over the place. So yeah, I get it. All right, so Tim, but before we get to that, buddy, what have you been consuming this week?
Well, there's a few things, but right at the top of my head, I want to say something that's been consuming me because I know the Crow episode came out like 2 weeks ago now, 2 episodes ago.
No, it was last. Yeah, that's right. That's right. 2 episodes ago. Yeah.
There's a joke that I missed.
Okay.
And it's been bugging me because I thought it was so good. Okay. Here we go. So get ready with the Ben Shapiro rap memes with me making a joke. The part where the Crow knocks out his sister's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And my joke was she went from bi-lane to bi-lined.
See? You know what the best part about that joke is, Tim, is the fact that you waited 2 weeks and you're like, hey, just so you guys know. It just kept
bothering me because I saw it in my notes after I did it, and I was like, I know I fucking let that joke out. God damn it. And if I didn't leave the joke out, I just want to drive the point home from bi-lane to bi-lined.
Well, I'm going to say bye-bye to that joke, Tim.
All right, well, you can cut it out if you want.
So
but other than that, I got my tickets to see Godzilla in black and white and 4DX again.
Yeah. Yes. Godzilla -1 in black and white. Nice.
I think it's leaving in the end of next week. So anybody who hasn't seen that fucking movie,
I'm getting my tickets to go see it on Wednesday. That's
4DX or just like
they don't have that around here.
I'll tell you, you're still going to enjoy the movie.
Yeah,
it's so fucking good. Like I said, I can't believe I got choked up at a Godzilla movie. Jesus Christ.
They have XD. I don't know what that is.
XD. That's it. 4DX.
No, I don't think this one sprays water on you or anything.
You can turn the water off because as a New Yorker, I'm not going into a movie theater and willingly have shit sprayed in my face. Okay?
Oh, I know that.
If that's going to happen, it's going to happen by accident, and then there's going to be a fight afterwards.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't Pee Wee Herman get in trouble over spraying shit in the theater?
I think he was spraying somebody's back of the head more than their face.
Yeah. But okay, so here's the deal, though. It's in color. It's not the black and white.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they spent like an extra $2 million supposedly on like changing it from the color to black and white. So it's just like putting a fucking filter on it or something.
You know what?
Which I thought that's what they were going to do.
Yeah. You know what? I'll go check it out in color. I'll do that.
Doesn't matter. It's going to be great. I can't fucking wait to get that movie. I'm going to actually buy that movie on fucking UHD,
Blu-ray,
whatever it is that it comes out on. Because that movie deserves as much money as it can possibly make because chef's kiss.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool that they did something really well by the series, It's, isn't this is the first Tojo studio one to get nominated for an Oscar, right?
Dude, I don't know, Tojo from fucking Shien or whatever the other fucking thing is, the Shin Godzilla, all that stuff, and all the there's like 8 different studios that make that shit. All I know, this is one of the best fucking movies I think I've seen in the last 10 years, and I can't believe it's a fucking Godzilla movie.
Yeah. Well,
and then I don't know. Did you do you ever watch that show? I think it's on Showtime. The Curse with
what is that?
Nathan Fielder and Emma Stone.
No, I heard about that. What's that about?
Uncomfortable watching is what it's about. I'm only 2 episodes in, and I don't know. I feel kind of really uncomfortable and dirty watching this show.
Is it another one of his reality-based things, or is it fiction?
I don't know. I don't know what this thing is going to turn out to be. For real, I just don't fucking know. And it's just like stuff that you're watching it. You're just like, oh my God. This is the most uncomfortable I've been since I've watched Irreversible.
The most uncomfortable? Well, what about his last show that he released?
Because he did...
the Rehearsal?
That's good too, but no, there's just something about this. I don't know. If you watch it, like I said, I'm only 2 episodes in. I think there's 8 more episodes. I think it's like 10 altogether. And I waited for it to be finished so I could binge watch it instead of waiting every single week. So that's, But I just really feel uncomfortable watching it. And that's great. I love that. That's incredible because I feel uncomfortable and I'm also compelled to keep watching it. So it's just, I can't describe what's going on with it, but holy shit, just goddamn. He's a fucking genius and she's probably one of the greatest actresses of this generation.
Yeah, no, he's fucking hilarious, but there's a term we used to use called waja, which is embarrassment by proxy, and he was kind of the master of that for me.
Oh, man, when he was going back and forth with that private eye about I wouldn't follow you. No, of course you're going to follow me. You're going to see what I'm doing. No, I won't. That was fucking, man.
Yeah, that was great. The private eye was fucking hilarious.
Because I think he came back like 2 episodes later.
Oh, yeah. They had to bring that guy back. That guy was too fucking funny, man. Okay, so that's cool. So I got a raise at work. So to celebrate, I got the new PlayStation VR for the PS5. Dude, that shit's crazy because it's got now each of the little screens for your eyes is a 4K monitor.
Can you use it for porn? End of story. That's all anybody's fast forward. Everybody's at the 15-second ahead. I don't know. It's PlayStation. If it's Sony, you might not be able to use it on anything else.
That's a good question because can you even browse the web on a PS5?
You used to be able. The last time I had a PS4 was the last one that I had, and you could browse. I mean, it wasn't optimal for fucking watching shit on the internet, but you could get to it. But Didn't Sony kill HD DVDs because Blu-ray was their thing, and you couldn't have porn on Blu-ray, and the only thing that HDD had for it was you could have porn on it?
Okay, so Jesus, I just found an article, how to watch porn on your PS5.
Oh God. So see, it's not easy. It's a workaround.
It is a workaround. Tim, look at this. It says you have to go into settings in your PS5, users and accounts, link with other services, click Twitter, link to your Twitter account. A window will open asking you to authorize PlayStation to access Twitter.
You want Elon Musk knowing what you're jerking off to. No, thank you. No.
So maybe there's no web browser on the PS5 because it looks like you have to open up Twitter on your PS5, then click on a porno link. They're going to have to figure out a better system.
My Xbox X, I can go right to Microsoft Edge. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but I can get right there. Yeah. Oh, it's in the name.
Nope, never mind. Somebody else found a better solution.
Just by that meta thing?
There's just a hidden web browser, I guess, in your PS5. And this is on the PlayStation 5 subreddit. So people are watching VR porn. They're involved. That's it. Yeah. I guess because I just Googled porn PS5, and Pornhub actually has a separate category just for the PS5 for VR porn.
Oh, okay. So then you know what? Exactly. So if you just went to a web browser, like if you sideloaded something on your fucking PS5. And you go to a regular Pornhub or fucking X-Hamster or something like that, you hit the VR thing, you're not going to be able to see it because they need to be specially doing something to it to get it to work with the PlayStation 5 VR set?
I guess so. I don't know enough about this. I'm gonna have to look into
actually,
it.
That's good because now you're, you're not exposing yourself with you know how you watch porn on the PS5 VR set? You 1, 2, 3. So you had to look it up.
Because the problem also, Tim, is that it's in the living room. So that'd be an awkward jack-off session, Tim.
Yeah, you got to wait for how many people to go to sleep?
3.
Damn. And all the spiders.
There's only one spider. It's fine. No, Tim, I haven't been watching porn on it. What I've been doing is I've been playing this game, Synth Riders. It's have you seen that Beat Saber game, Tim?
So more imagine than the name,
Imagine you've got 2 lightsabers, one in each hand, right?
Yeah.
And then these bricks. Yeah. So these bricks come flying at you, right? And they have a direction up, down,
and
left,
you're doing
right.
something like this. Yes. Okay, all right. See, join the Patreon. You can see what I'm doing with my hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
and basically, it's almost the same motion.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have to do it in beat with music. So then you have all these different songs. Like one of them, like Freebird, is on there. I'm working my way up to that, though.
Damn, you're going to give yourself a fucking heart attack if you do that shit.
I know.
They're tricking you into exercise.
What do you think would be more humiliating, for your wife to walk into you beating off to VR porn, or passing out playing Freebird on your VR air guitar game, basically?
Okay, now here's how my mind is working. Now I'm thinking there's got to be a subcategory of people who are jerking off on VR porn and getting walked in on. And then something happens, right?
That's got to
be like the new. That's got to be the new stuck in a fucking.
Stuck in a VR.
Yeah, stuck in VR.
Oh, that would be pretty good because then they could be like, hey, this VR is very realistic. It feels like It feels like I'm actually sucking a cock. Fucking headset bouncing somebody's stomach. Yeah. I don't think that'd work, Tim.
I don't know. I mean, give it time. Look, I might have just started a whole new genre of porn.
You might have, Tim.
Watching VR porn and somebody's like, hey, you know what? Let's see how much this idiot's going to believe it's real.
Yeah. So I've been playing a little bit of that. I guess they did the Resident Evil 4 remake in VR. So I'm real curious about that. To play in VR, I guess. Yeah. I'm real curious about that. It's cool though because the now the controllers and the headset have haptic feedback.
Yeah.
So they've got the vibration, and the triggers have the trigger.
What do you do for the moving, the walking, the moving around? Because I saw there's one that looks like they have like a fucking like an 8-directional fucking like rollerblade, something like that you put on your feet.
Yeah, I don't have
something
anything
that's going to be coming out. Yeah,
I don't have anything that intense. It depends on the game. Like, No Man's Sky.
Yeah,
that one has 2 modes, I guess. One mode is basically you use the thumbstick to direct like you're throwing a ball, and it'll show you the arc and where the ball's going to land, and then you just teleport wherever you throw the ball to, instead of actually like physically walking or whatever. Okay. And then some of them you just hold on to a PlayStation controller and control it like you would a regular game. But when you like turn your head, and it even has eye tracking, when you do that, then the camera shifts.
No, because I'm just wondering, like, how many people like jerking off the VR porn and like banging into fucking walls, literally.
Oh, that'd be scary.
The chick is running away from you. You got to chase her, and you run into a wall.
Yeah. You're like humping the air. You end up fucking your cat. Like, well, I got to get rid of the VR because now fucking Mittens is pregnant. So,
Hey, David Cronenberg, get on this. Come on.
Yeah, Cronenberg, get on this, buddy. Or your son can get on it. Either way, I just want somebody.
There we go, yeah.
Hey, you know what? Black Mirror's got to have a new season coming out soon, right?
I haven't even watched the last season.
You didn't?
No. And I loved the first, I was like the original 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were fantastic.
I loved all of them. I thought all of them were great. There's some of that are better than others, obviously, but all of them were fucking great. And then that last season dropped, and I don't know. I didn't watch it, and then I didn't hear too much about it. And I'm like, if I'm not hearing too much about it, it's Black Mirror. I should be hearing a lot about it. So
no, they fell off. I mean, even. I think everything after the Christmas special one that they did with what's his name? John Hamm. I think everything after that is where
so fucking good.
That one was fantastic, but I think after that is where it started kind of creeping down in quality. That one was fucking great, though.
The one with the fucking amusement park.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. So, Tim, buddy, what is your history with Night of the Demons?
0. No history at all. Haven't seen the first one, the second one, the third one. Okay. I saw that. I think there's like 3 of them at least, or maybe 4.
I believe there's 3 of them.
Okay, I think Leanne is in the first one, right? Because I saw the thumbnail for it. I think I saw her face.
Yeah.
But I figured that if I watch this, I figured it's a horror movie. It's going to give me a recap of what happened in the beginning of what happened in the other movie, which this one kind of does a little bit, I guess. Not really that much. But, nothing. I never rented this. If I saw this box, I saw this title, I'd probably keep walking by it. It's just like turn the page on my Netflix next DVD rental.
Yeah, because this is one of them I also didn't see when it came out. And frankly, I haven't seen it until now. But it's one of them that I very distinctly remember the VHS box for it, because it's very cheesy looking, like
there's so
zombie.
many night ofs, right? With that kind of cover.
Yeah. Well, this one's just cheesy looking, like zombie Angela licking a skull lollipop. And it just always looked corny.
Like, hey guys, there's tits in here. Lots of tits.
Yes, that would have been
landing strips, even. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because whenever you go to Internet Movie Database, they always have like user lists that this is a part of. So here's 2 of the lists this is a part of.
Oh boy.
Horror movies with final girl or main female protagonist nudity. Right.
So wait, hold on. So it has to be the final girl that you see nude, or just okay. So Halloween doesn't count. Halloween wouldn't be on this list because you don't see Jamie Lee Curtis's tits in that movie, and she's the final girl.
But like Slumber Party Massacre counts because you do see their tits, and then they survive. They've got Dawn of the Dead on the list.
Dawn of the Dead. You don't see her tits, do you? Oh, that's right, you do when they're in the fucking room and it's just like the most uncomfortable fucking sex that you're ever going to imagine. Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Reanimator.
Which, hats off RIP to Flyboy. Now they mentioned Dawn of the Dead and that scene.
True.
Yeah.
And the other one they have is I Spit on Your Grave, but I don't think that counts.
They couldn't have come up with another movie and knock that one off the top 5, huh?
Well, they've got a Cannibal Holocaust.
Okay,
Emmanuel and the Last Cannibals.
There's an Emmanuel horror movie?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I think, what year did that come out? Tell me it's 95.
77.
Damn it. Okay. Was it re-released in 95?
No, it wasn't, Tim. Sorry. You're going to have to do this one on your own time.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't have a ton of background notes on this movie. It just seems like one of them that kind of churned out. Like you said, there was a lot of Night of the or Night of or just Demons or whatever. It was the VHS.
It's a good mix.
Yeah, VHS. We were reaching critical mass of just like a bunch of direct to video just dropping and all of the, because Hollywood Video, Blockbuster Video, they had to fill those shelves up with
West
something.
West Coast Video,
yeah.
West Coast Video was probably out of all 3 of those, I think West Coast was the craziest one. The one where you get NC-17 shit and they had all stuff that you wouldn't find, definitely not find in Blockbuster. I don't know about Hollywood, but
yeah, we had that.
I have to ask Bobby about that.
We had that at a place called All the Best Video. They were the ones with the NC-17, the beaded curtain.
But that was a mom and pop thing. It wasn't a chain, was it?
It was a local chain. There was like 7 locations, but it wasn't. Yeah,
that doesn't count. You can't compare that to fucking Blockbuster or West Coast Video.
No, of course not. No.
Slowly but surely, went to 6 locations, 5 locations.
Yeah, and
back
then
of my truck.
That and the other one we used to go to after that was this place called Paradise Lost, but all they dealt with was like foreign movies and indie movies.
Okay,
so
all right.
They actually could still be in business because they were just one of those small enough shops that it was a niche kind of thing.
Yeah, boutique style. Yeah.
Yep. So, written by Joe Augustine and James Penns. This really about all they wrote was this series.
Didn't it say like based on a story by or something like that?
Yeah, by Joe Augustine because he wrote the first one, but he also wrote the script for this one. So,
okay,
whatever. Then you've got directed by Brian Trenchard Smith, who directed Stunt Rock, The Quest, Leprechaun 3, Leprechaun 4, and actually a lot of the ladies in this come back in Leprechaun 3 to do cameos as blackjack dealers.
Oh, so they're not naked?
No, I believe they're naked.
Okay, that's a good trick. I can't do math to begin with. Now show me some tits and forget about it. I'm hitting on 18. Hopefully, at least. Yeah, see? Yeah. Thank God I didn't say hitting on 17.
Yeah, Tim, it's a good thing not to hit on anything under 18. That's a good rule. Not for blackjack so much.
Not for blackjack, but just for life, yes.
So you had Christy Harris, who played our protagonist that we get to see her boobs, Bibi, B-I-B-I. That's a fun name. She really isn't in a ton of shit.
I don't think anybody except for the priest.
Yeah.
And the nun. The nun's been in a ton of shit because
she has.
I don't know why. Yes. Some reason why I had to look up the nun on the internet and see what was going on. Yeah.
Yeah. The Sister Gloria, played by Jennifer Rhodes. She's been in a ton of stuff. Let me pull up my notes. I'll see which ones I had for her. She was the nurse in Halloween. She also had a bit part in Slumber Party Massacre 2.
Okay.
So there's a couple of reasons we would have seen her. But Tim, you probably remember her from Heathers. She played Veronica's mom.
I've seen that movie. Okay. I don't even know which one's Veronica.
I don't know. The one that wasn't Betty.
What happened to Betty in that one?
I think her and Jughead left.
That's Riverdale.
What else was she in? I'm trying to see if there's anything. Oh, she was in The New Perry Mason.
I saw that. What year did the new Perry Mason come out in? That's like 1970 something. What the fuck?
Yeah. It was 73, 74.
How many times have they rebooted Perry Mason? Because there was just a Perry Mason reboot on Showtime with the guy that was the Russian spy in The Americans.
Yeah. That's Jesus. Remember when Ozzy Osbourne just made a song about Perry Mason, like in the 90s?
Nope.
Yeah, it was a song called Perry Mason. Isn't that weird? What the fuck's Ozzy up to?
Are you serious? There's an
no,
Ozzy
I'm
Osbourne?
serious.
No, you're not. Yeah.
Yes, I am, Tim. Look it up.
All right. I'll look it up after the show.
No, you know what? I can screen share. So actually, I could just put the song on and screen share it for you.
Well, the people who aren't watching the video, they're not going to be able to see anything, so they have to look it up themselves.
Well, they'll be able to hear it, though, Tim.
You're going to get hit with the copyright shit on YouTube.
No, I think if we just do 30 seconds, nobody will care.
Well, if we critique the song, right?
Yeah, that's right. So here, I want you to critique. This is Ozzy Osbourne's Perry Mason official video. So you got a little girl, I think electrocuting someone.
Yeah.
And then he's kind of walking through a business.
Looks like an Apple commercial.
Yeah, there's a bunch of nails for some reason. And there's Ozzy. He's got a skull. I think it's that lollipop that Angela was licking on the cover of the movie.
Wow. Ozzy.
Yeah, what happened?
So wait, little baby Stevie Nicks is peeping him through a hole?
Yeah. Why is he just making a video about little girls peeping at him through a hole?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to Ozzy, man? All right, here we go. Now it's going to get to where he says Perry Mason. There's a lot of Ozzies.
Is there any jury? Am I sitting in front of a jury of my Ozzies?
Well, that's his only peer, Tim. Yeah.
Okay, well, I think musical quality-wise, I think there's something lacking. I think the video is redundant to what we've seen with many other videos from this time of period. So, yeah, that's how we got past that 34-second mark.
Yeah, this came out from his No More Tears album.
No More Tears. I know that song.
Yeah, that's the one with the broad that cries until she drowns in the music video.
I think this time I probably wasn't watching many music videos, but I know that song. Yeah. And that was, there's a time where you just hear something, you're like, you know what, it's time to jump off this fucking train.
Yep.
And that crazy train had already derailed by the time you get to No More Tears, right?
Yeah, he fucking derailed before No More Tears. I was going to ask you when you think Ozzy fell off. I think it was when he went solo.
No, because he had some great stuff, especially when what was that, the guitarist, Randy Rhoads?
Randy Rhoads, yeah.
Yeah, and then he died, and then I think after that, it was just pretty much what? He was just...
Perry Mason.
Doing shit until he got back with Black Sabbath.
He was just writing songs about what he saw on Nick at Night. You know, that's when you know he died. And then
why is he doing a Bewitched song?
Yeah, you know what he should do? I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched.
Mm-hmm.
He could do something about Dick York and Dick Sargent.
My Mother the Car.
My Mother the Car. I'd listen to an Ozzy.
Like 4 seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, BJ and the Bear song.
The one episode that I saw that I don't know why I watched that, but there's an episode where the whole family's afraid to sleep in the house, so they sleep in the car. So technically, they were all sleeping in the husband's mother. Yes.
Yeah.
No, it was the husband's mother that came back as the car.
Oh, right. Yeah. So their grandma.
Yeah, so he was the one that was in charge of oiling and lubing her up.
What the fuck?
There should be some My Mother the Car VR porn.
And then, you know what it is? That's the generation of people that, like, fuck the Eiffel Tower or fucked Airwolf. Kids nowadays aren't fucking inanimate objects as much.
I don't know. Everything I hear, kids aren't fucking that much anyway.
They're not?
I don't know. I remember when I was young, busting felt good.
Well, Tim, you and me have to put a stop to that. Okay, so you got Darren Heems, who plays Z-Boy. He had a cameo in Dr. Giggles, so technically he's a bloody buddy.
Okay.
You also have Bobby Jacoby, who plays Perry, not Perry Mason. But, Tim, you'll recognize him. He was Melvin in Tremors, the little boy.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he was Perry.
Okay.
Then you've got Amelia Kincaid, who plays Angela. She's a staple of this series, of course. She was in all of the movies playing Angela. And
she's the Michael Gross of this series, yeah.
She is definitely the Michael Gross of the series. But
what
that's
else has she got?
Nothing, really. I looked at her Internet Movie Database. Not a lot going on.
If we know more about the priest and the nun, what they've done, instead of the star of this movie. So, yeah, I'd be in all four parts of this series.
Yeah. We already went over the priest or the nun.
The nun, yeah.
Jennifer Rhodes.
I could go over her a couple more times if you want.
Tim, I had a hunch, Tim, you'd have a thing for her.
This thing brought me back. Holy shit! The uniforms, the fucking nun with the fucking rulers. Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
The rosary beads.
Did you have to pause it, go take care of yourself real quick, and then?
I know I had to wait. I'm waiting for the end of the show. I don't want to.
Gotcha.
It's like an athlete. I don't want to do that right before a podcast. Got to wait till after. That's a good point.
Yeah, you never want to masturbate right before a podcast. It's kind of like swimming, right? So then you've got Christina Taylor, who plays Terry, and Tim, you should recognize her.
See, which one is Terry? Because I have written down the one that looks like Alicia Silverstone, the blonde one, right?
That's her.
Okay, all right, that's Terry.
Okay, so she went on to have a hell of a career. She married Ben Stiller.
I don't know if that's actually a career, but
okay, yeah. It was for her because, well, first of all, she was in Arrested Development. She played Sally Sitwell. I don't know if you remember her.
I love that show, but I need Sally Sitwell. I mean, there's so many people with crazy fucking names in that.
Yeah.
She was also
the love interest in the Zoolander movies. Obviously, she married Ben Stiller, so there you go.
Jeez. All right,
she was also the love interest in Dodgeball. Again, Ben Stiller. So yeah, she kind of
sucks, man, because she could be really good. Because she was good in this movie, right? She wasn't horrible. But now you got here you go 20, 30 years later, you got some guy named fucking Tim Yubba going, yeah, Zoolander. Yeah, I wonder why she got that part.
And then I think she was the chick that they made her lose all of her hair in The Craft. Remember there was the one chick that we're all pissed at? And they cursed her to lose her hair, so she was crying in the bathroom.
I don't know why I keep getting The Craft mixed up with that one with fucking Jack Nicholson and Cher, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Susan Sarandon for some reason.
Oh, Witches of Eastwick?
Yeah.
Yeah, The Craft was the three the girls with Fairuza Balk I wanted to fuck the brains out of.
That's a Witches of Eastwick, yeah. It's almost kind of the same thing.
Yeah, there you go.
I think Susan Sarandon was in the fucking Jack Nicholson more than all the other ones. Yeah, I think Cher was the first one to wake up to what was going on. Which actually diverted from the John Updike novel, I think.
And you have Rod McCary, who played Father Bob.
This is the guy that's been all over the fucking place.
He really has, man. So he was in Stir Crazy in 1980. Mm-hmm. He played a minister.
He's got that look, right?
Yeah, he's a character actor, and he either plays like a judge, a priest, or a doctor.
No, see, I see him more as either the priest or like a rich guy. Because I remember this guy, he was on soap operas. I think he was on...
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, he was on Passions.
Well, he was on that show Moonlighting for a little while, too, oddly.
There you go. That's how I might recognize his face, yeah.
Yeah. You were a big Moonlighting fan?
That was a great show.
He was also in 976 Evil 2, which is a fantastic movie.
We did the first one. Did we do the second one?
No, we didn't. And he was in Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders 2.
The made-for-TV movie? The one with Jane Seymour?
Yes.
With James, is that the one with Jane Seymour? Or Jane Seymour is the first one?
Jane Seymour, I think, might have been the first one. Ray Wise was in this one.
Who is it?
Ray Wise.
How the fuck was he going undercover as a fucking Dallas Cowboy cheerleader? Oh man, I loved me some Jane Seymour when I was a kid. Yeah, East of Eden. Yeah. Oh my god, fucking hot and evil. No. Oof.
Now you got a Lorraine Stevens, Natasha Ryan, and Candy Ann Brown. Seem to be the three female leads of this one. Tim, you should check it out, buddy. 1980. Looks like something you'd dig.
Put it on the blood bank. I'll watch it.
Probably it's a TV movie, so what are you really going to see?
Yeah, close enough.
Yep. So it was Zoe Trilling who played Sherry. She was also a bloody buddy, Tim. She was in Dr. Giggles.
What's up with Dr. Giggles?
People.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Because he has Z-Boy and Sherry, which was fitting because they seem to have some chemistry here in this movie. So we open up on a spooky house, right? And a couple Bible thumpers come showing up there. They're doing the whole, hey, why don't you let us in so we can tell you about the good word kind of move. So our girl Angela invites them in, and the place looks like shit. Like, would you go into this fucking house? Would you knock on this door?
I mean, look, if I had the power of Jesus behind me.
True. Do they think they get a commission on all the souls they convert?
Like you get to do like one venial sin for every soul that you convert?
Yep. Yep.
That's a good trade-off, right? Oh, man, come on. You know, religion, come up with that fucking pyramid scheme.
If you can convert 2 souls, you get to do
one mortal sin.
You get one mortal sin. Yeah. So you convert 2 people, then kill yourself, and you're fine.
Yeah.
Right?
That's one way of looking at it, yeah.
Because isn't that the only 2 mortal sins are killing yourself and denying the name of the Holy Spirit?
Is that it?
Yeah, because the other ones you can be forgiven for. But you can't be forgiven for killing yourself because you're dead.
Yeah.
And you also can't be forgiven for denying the name of the Holy Spirit.
Don't I go to at least like limbo or something like that before I get fucking sent to hell or fucking wherever the hell they send you?
No, you kill yourself and it's a direct fucking fast pass like at Disney.
What if you said like a Rube Goldberg way of killing yourself? Can't you trick God?
That's a good one. I think you have to involve a third party. So you have to set up the Rube Goldberg, but it depends on another person kicking it off.
Okay.
I think that's the move. So my Rube Goldberg device is a gun that a cop's holding. And me tricking them into setting it off is I'm going to go in blackface.
I was going to say you're going to have to do a lot because I just saw a video of some guy who chased a fucking cop down and the cop fucking like waited like 30 fucking seconds too late before he fucking shot the guy.
White guy, right? Yeah, there you go.
Got that pass for some reason. I don't know why.
All I got to do is
a little bit more of an opportunity to explain yourself and to be understanded. I'll go in blackface and then apply for a small business loan. And then they'll just shoot me in the fucking head, guaranteed. So they all get invited in. She offers them some cake. She's like, I was just about to have some cake. Do you guys want some cake? So then they go into a fucking, clearly a funeral home. There's a coffin, open casket, just sitting there. And there's this cake that, surprisingly, it's in good shape for being completely... Except for the webs all over it, yeah. Yeah, except for it being, 15 years old and never moving from that spot. Was this a cake from the original movie?
I have no clue, Tim. I've never seen the original movie. I really do my research, man. Let me tell you.
I was really counting on this movie to fill us in more on what the fuck happened in the first movie. Because it wasn't like this movie was made in like 93 and then 94 they come out with the fucking sequel, right?
Tim, who gives a fuck? Because these 2 Bible thumpers get fucking slashed to death. And then we immediately cut to tits. Like that.
I have written down, this reminds me of like an opening of a Tales of the Crypt, right?
Yeah. It's Demon Night, exactly. It's the opening of Demon Night. The chick with the tits out in the bathtub and John Larroquette dissolving in a pool of acid in the basement. It's fucking perfect.
Same thing.
Same thing exactly, except we get a couple of peeping yobos across the street with their binocs on.
Dude, this is crazy. This is fucking crazy, man.
Just committing a crime. Well, yeah, although they did leave the windows open.
And they have the lights on, right? So I guess it's those women's fault for not looking across the street to see the guys with the lights on, looking through the binoculars in their underwear, standing super close to each other. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That was the part I was going to ask you about, Tim. So when you and all your buddies used to wear binoculars...
You want some room for the Holy Ghost. When you're peeping with your best friend, you want to make sure there's room for the Holy Ghost, okay?
Because there's just two dudes wearing nothing but their underwear, like phone booth level connected. Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of space in this fucking room. You do not need to be that close to
Yes.
Yes.
And it's not
no
not
matter
even
what's
the thing,
going on. No matter what. Yeah, but
you know how and I'll tell you how you do this joke. You have the strap on the binoculars so they're behind one guy's neck and the other guy is holding the other guy's
the other guy's like kind of like choking the other guy a little bit.
There you go.
Choking him off. Yeah.
See, that's how you do this joke. They didn't do that. They just had the two guys like spooning while they're watching the women. And Tim, you are absolutely correct. We get complete full frontal nudity within the first fucking 2 minutes of the movie. Hats off to you.
It's been so long since I've seen the landing strip in the movie.
Yes, yeah. And this is 94, so we're getting toward the end of the landing strip era.
Well, I think what happens is it just kept getting smaller and smaller, right? So now it's like just like a helicopter patch, and now it's like just good enough for a drone, maybe?
Well, yeah, because you went with you go from your 70s full bush to 80s kind of trimming it. 90s, you got the landing strip. Then tail end of the 90s, they actually for a minute did the little Hitler mustache thing.
Yeah, come on, look. I mean, at that point, we're going to say no.
No,
like you get there and go, hey, you got a fucking Hitler mustache on your pussy. I'm leaving right now. Yeah. Right? At that point.
No, you got to fuck them to prove a point. At that point,
that's how they got some converts. Yeah, Pavlov's pussy.
And you're like, well, when in Auschwitz, and just start fucking. No, so they're just peeking on these girls, and then the girls start telling the scary stories about Hull, not Hell, Hull House.
I thought it was an accent. It has to be Hell House, right? It can't be Hull House.
It should be, but they keep saying fucking Hull House.
That's the house that you recruit, the fucking Hull House, right?
Well, and the other thing is that the family was the Franklin family, so their last name's not even Hull.
Maybe it's an old house. When the Franklins bought it, it was already named, and then.
Oh, or maybe because they're in a Catholic school, they're not allowed to say the word hell.
So they have to say Hull. There, that makes sense. Yeah, but I mean, well, no, you know what? That does, yeah, because these are the typical Catholic girls that I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. They were just like this, Tim?
It was either one way or the other. No in between with Catholic girls in school. Tell you that.
So you either had your Terry or your Mouse. Mm-hmm. There was no in between.
Yep. No in between. Yep.
But all of our girls though are very well fleshed out characters. You remember all of them, Tim?
Tits, landing patch, dark bra that she sleeps in. By the way, which there's no way.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
As a guy, there's no way that any woman's going to sleep in that bra, right?
I have never in my life known a woman to sleep in a bra ever.
Even like the most comfortable bra, like a sports bra, maybe. Nope. No, out of all the bras, a sports bra is going to be the one that maybe a woman goes to sleep in. But there's no way a woman's going to sleep in this fucking bra. With the fucking underwires in it. There's lace all over the goddamn shit. No.
Yeah, ladies, if you have any bras that you're comfortable sleeping in, take a picture of you in your bra and DM it to Tim Yobo. That's
no. There's no reason to disturb their sleep, guys. If your girlfriend or wife falls asleep in her bra, take a picture of her and send
if you're a guy and your significant other falls asleep in a bra, maybe passes out in a bra either. You know, we're not going to really do a lot of research.
It has to be sleep. It has to be natural sleep. That's my kink. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but you can't tell from the photo. So if you do make her pass out, just move whatever paraphernalia out of the frame of the picture. Take a picture and then just post it to Twitter and then tag Tim in it.
Hey, let me tell you, Twitter's full of that fucking shit now. Jesus Christ, man. I haven't seen so much fucking.
Yeah.
And in the last 3 fucking months on Twitter.
Twitter's gotten pretty pornographic lately, man. Let me tell you, because somebody will just post hey, check it out. Here's this apple brown Betty recipe that I found from my grandmother's old cookbook.
All of a sudden, you find out why that apple's brown.
No, you click on the link and you're like, oh, that's cool. And you scroll down the comments to be like, I wonder if anybody cooked it and if it's any good. And you just see a dick ejaculating into a vagina. And I'm like, okay, well,
I wasn't
prepared.
in a fucking pie or something like that. I'm looking for pastries, right?
I wasn't really prepared to watch a woman get pregnant today, but okay, I guess,
Thank God they got rid of all the perverts on Twitter since Elon took over.
Yeah. Oh, dude, speaking of Win in Rome, Tim, I don't know if you saw in the Discord, but there's going to be another dwarf wrestling event.
Yes, I saw
that's coming down here. Yeah. It's going to be on St. Patrick's Day, Tim.
You and Vonnie Briscoe going to see it.
Yeah. I bet you there's going to be a couple of them dressed up like leprechauns. And, Tim, I'm going to get one.
Oh, you have to. I mean, how do you not dress up as a leprechaun? There's only as a little person wrestler, there's just gimmies, right? You have to dress up as a leprechaun. What else could they dress up as?
Little versions of other wrestlers. So you could have a little Hulk Hogan.
No, you could have a little mini-me match-off, right? Who's the real me?
Yeah, right, exactly. I'm going to get one, though, buddy.
You going to bring one home?
Yeah. I'm going to get one of them little fuckers. You kidding?
Right now, we like to call up a member of an audience who is willing to participate.
Like me. I just come walking up there.
That midget just fucks you up in that ring, too, because he knows what he's doing. You don't know what the hell you're doing, right? He's got that low gravity.
You just see me slinking up behind one of them with a pillowcase. Like fucking, remember Borat when he was going to get Pamela Anderson at the end of the movie?
Oh, God.
At her book signing.
Poor great lady, movie, man. But that's a one-and-done movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I think you can revisit it once every 10 years. I think that's the cutoff point.
Maybe.
That's how I am with the Jackass movies. About every 5 years, I can go watch the Jackass movies again. Tim's not a Jackass.
I just need to watch 10 minutes of Jackass to get the whole fucking idea of what everything else is happening.
Yeah.
All right, just not my cup of tea.
So they're all talking about going to this whole house, right? They're telling stories about, oh yeah, this lady died there, blah blah blah. It just then the nun pops in, Tim. And then she reaches out with that fucking yardstick.
She's an expert with this shit, man. Jesus Christ. Oof.
And just spanks out the fucking flame from their candle. And that's when I quit spanking. You're right in the taint
with that stuff with a blindfold on, I bet.
Yeah, I was spanking my fucking candle, let me tell you. Between the peeking on them and the scary story and the nun, man, I was good.
Get me all scared? Yeah, then show me that nun. Oof.
So then fucking Angela just shows up and eats this girl, the nerdy girl, Mouse, just eats her face, which is...
it's supposed to be her sister, right?
Yeah, so Mouse, as they call her in this, is the sister... Melissa is the sister of Angela, the one who killed her entire family.
Is that what happened?
I guess I was barely paying attention to the story. If I'm going to be perfectly honest.
At that point, I was already kind of a little tired from watching the scene where they were peeping on them, so I couldn't really pay attention to the plot too much. Yeah.
Same, Tim. Same. So
I got writer's crap. I couldn't make any notes.
Yeah. I do have to admit, though, that the practical effects in this are fucking fantastic.
Chef's kiss. Holy shit. Especially that scene at the fucking, I don't want to spoil it, but the gore room at the end of this fucking thing.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, because toward the end of it, when they're hitting them with all the holy water, and then they're just melting into these puddles of fucking dead.
The balloons are bursting right into fucking steam and shit like that. Yeah.
It looks fantastic.
The only thing I'll say bad about this fucking movie is the last 5 seconds of this fucking movie. It looks like shit.
It does, man. Yeah, that's CGI right
why
at
you
the
put
end.
that shit in? Why are you fucking doing that?
They needed the last scare, and think about like Nightmare on Elm Street. The last scare of that, the mom getting dragged into that tiny little window, like that looks like shit too.
It looks better than that fucking lipstick snake.
Well, yeah,
and at that point, you're not using CGI at all. And in '94, CGI had to be super fucking crazy expensive to do instead of fucking doing that shit practical like you did with the fucking Sam Raimi tree branch shit in this movie.
Yeah. Oh my God. Just exactly use that same prop. Like you could have very easily just had her like have that thing in her mouth or whatever, and then pull it and then just play it in reverse. Like that. Yeah. No kidding. But so yeah, it looks fantastic though. The biting of the cheek and pulling it off of her fucking face.
Jesus Christ, you can see the fucking teeth, the gums, and everything. Yep. Yeah.
Thought it was just a dream. So they did great special effects for just a dream. Whatever. It looks fantastic. So everybody gets pissed off at her and starts beating the shit out of her with pillows. And I'm like, guys, I can only beat off so many times.
That's true.
We're 10 minutes into this fucking movie. I got to go again. What are you, my wife? What the fuck? So we drop in.
Yeah.
We drop in on the nun fencing with a yardstick.
This is when I fell in love. I'm like, oh, you know what? She's one of those cool nuns. Yeah.
And she had the yardstick out, just whipping it around, fucking just like kung fuing it. Would have been great if we had some nice like action music behind there for her.
Well, she bends that fucking yardstick without breaking it too. So she just knows just how much pressure to put on it before it's going to break. Yeah.
That actress was having so much fun with this role, dude. You could tell, man. She was having a fucking blast.
She's the best part of the movie, I think. For real.
Yeah, she's fantastic. Absolutely. That and the tits. So, then afterwards, the priest pops in and he's all like, hey, I think that we should let the kids really kind of cut loose this year for the Halloween party. They've been, observing all the rules and everything. He's like the fun priest. So he says, why don't we cut the kids loose for the Halloween dance and let them, kind of supervise it themselves and have a good time. The nun resists it. She's like, yeah, I don't know about that, dude. These people are fucking crazy. You can't trust these kids. They're troubled. That's why they're here, And then
there's a reason why your parents send you to Catholic boarding school. Okay, not just Catholic school. You're going to Catholic boarding school.
Yeah, you fucked up. Yeah. So she reminds him. She's like, "Oh yeah, well, Priest Thomas, he fucking wouldn't let that go down." He's like, "Oh, that's good. Priest Thomas is down in fucking Bosnia, so I'm in charge."
No,
so, by
Somalia.
The way, or Somalia.
He's doing a fucking Black Hawk Down in '94, man. Holy shit,
dude! And he threatens her too. He's like, "So I could always sign your papers if you want to head down to Somalia. You're gonna have to get some shots and stuff."
Yeah, guess what? When they move me around, it's for a completely different reason than why you're going to get moved around, right?
Yes. Jesus Christ!
I just want to let those kids let loose, and all of a sudden they keep moving me around. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, real quick, congratulations to Donald Trump for losing another $83 million, buddy.
And you know what's great about that? You know what's great? Because I heard that for him to appeal it, he has to put up a certain amount of money. Okay, 100%?
Yeah, he's got to put up $83 million. So if he...
Which he doesn't have,
So he would have to get some sort of a loan for that $83 million. No one's going to loan him that money unless he puts something up as collateral.
China Bank might loan him money because didn't he make $7 million from China while he was president? But that's okay because maybe the then not president but ex-vice president's son was making money off the family name because, God forbid any politician's kid makes money off their family's name, right?
That would definitely be a first, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Nepotism in politics? You don't say. How many President Bushes have we had? I mean, come on, man. Yeah. So
just to think that I would prefer Jeb Bush as president over Donald Trump.
I know. I know. Yeah. So one of the broads is going to class and sees Perry. Now, Perry's not one of our cool underwear bros. He's their nerdy roommate who's very much into the occult.
I think he's more into the religion thing. I think that's just going to be his niche.
Yeah.
Right?
So maybe I'm thinking he got sent here because he wouldn't let go of the being an exorcist thing.
No, he looks like he got sent there because of excessive masturbation.
That could be too.
That's why he was in the bathroom that long, right?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the other two guys, we know why they got sent here, right?
Yeah, because they like to jerk off together in public with the lights on.
Yeah,
and the
because
shades
they're
yeah.
Because they're sex pests, basically. So,
by Wednesday, it's okay.
Yeah. So as he's walking with his occult book, one of the girls bends down. What was it, Sherry, that bends down and steals the book from him real quick?
The hot brunette one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I like this because, she's fucking ruling over the roost of those fucking blondes, right? And usually the brunette's on the bottom in that fucking pecking order.
Yeah, that was Shirley Trilling.
She's the one who slept with that incredible broad.
Zoe Trilling. Yeah, Zoe Trilling. That's the name of the actress. And Tim, you'll be surprised to know she was in Dr. Giggles.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. It's a fucking reunion.
Oh, dude, this is perfect. She was also in an episode of Married with Children.
I wonder what she was wearing. Yeah.
I wonder if you could see
You
both
might remember
of her
me from Night
or...
of the Demons 2, where I was wearing a bra much like this while I was buying shoes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She was the chick that what was his name? Griff, the other guy that worked at the shoe store. She was the chick.
I think I've watched maybe 10 episodes altogether.
I fucking love that show.
Just
show's the best. The joke would be that the other guy at the shoe store was waiting on her. And then Al's like, how come I never get chicks like that? And then this
Wait a
other
second,
woman
was the other guy,
in.
he was a black guy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so because one of the things I remember is they switched magazines where it was called White Uns, and then the other one was called like Black Uns or something like that.
Yeah.
And they switched magazines. They're like, whoa, a whole new world had opened up. Yeah. Yeah, that's my Married with Children knowledge.
Yeah, it was a fun one.
For you.
So then the girls and the boys each go to their respective classes. The girls are going to sex class, I guess, and the boys are going to Bible studies class.
This is such bullshit. There is no sex ed in a fucking Catholic high school.
So the girls are just taking turns annoying the nun by asking, like, well, is kissing a boy a sin?
If you really like him, yeah.
Yeah, the nun's like, yeah, it's a sin, of course.
But what if it's Jesus?
Like, all right. Well, that's a good point. And the other chick is like... If
Jesus hits on you, what do you do?
That's a good question. I guess you got to fuck him, right?
Mm-hmm. Nobody said Jesus was a virgin, right? Is there any part in the Bible where it said Jesus didn't get down at one time at least?
Not that I'm aware of, and he was hanging out with a whore, so...
He could turn all that fish that he wanted right there, right? So...
Yeah, he could give her all the food she wanted, change water to wine.
Mm-hmm. Change lead to gold, right? He's the first alchemist.
Maybe Jesus was just like a real, like, dumbass, and he was just drinking water, and people were like, look at this idiot. He's getting drunk off of fucking water. And he's like, no, it's wine.
Well, he was the first grift with, hey, this is special water. If you drink it...
Yeah, he was the colloidal silver asshole. Hey, it'll get you drunk for free. You just got to use my miracles that cost
Isn't that
money.
How you kill Jesus with a silver nail or something like that?
Silver bullet, yeah. That'll do it. That or you have to sin. Either way, both of them kill him. So then the other chick's all like, yeah, well, what about sucking a cock? Is that a sin?
She's like, what about fellatio? And the nun turns it on her pretty good, which I'm surprised she pick up the ball. The nun handed it to you right there.
Right. Yeah, because the nun's just like, oh, yeah, well, I don't know. What the fuck is fellatio, bitch? Describe it. And I'm like, yeah, describe it.
Please,
but no,
yes.
She didn't. Better, yeah, why don't you show me?
On this yardstick.
She tells all of them, like, look, here's the rule. All you got to do is take an aspirin, keep it between your knees, and you're safe, all right?
Yeah.
And remember at the dance to leave some space for the Holy Spirit. You ever hear that one, Tim?
No, I'd never heard it, but boy, does it come back in this movie.
Yeah, it does. So on the boys' side, we learned that Perry is all obsessed with demons and demonology, and the priest shoots him down, like, because he's asking, well, what about exorcisms? Jesus cast out demons in the Bible 26
times. And I don't. It's been a long time since I read the Bible, but Jesus, that many times, and they don't talk about it more.
Well, that's the priest's point. The priest, like, dude, we're not supposed to actually read this fucking thing. We're supposed to just do what we tell you, you dumb.
Yeah, don't talk about the stuff that's going to make you think it might be because isn't the fucking priest starting off about don't believe in fucking folk tales?
Yes.
And then we go into religion class. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
or is math supposed to be the folk tale?
I guess math, maybe he was going to get into the Earth being the center of the universe, and how math
everything revolves around us. Yeah,
it's still, remember, folks, that is in the Bible, that the Earth is the center of the universe and everything revolves around it. So, real smart people they were dealing with.
And since the Bible is flat, it makes sense the world is flat too, right?
That's a good point, Tim. The Bible is flat. I had not thought about that. So. Teacher shoots him down. It's like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. So we cut to later, right? Perry's talking to Kurt, and he's like, Kurt, you son of a bitch, did you steal my fucking book? Kurt's like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, of course not.
What am I going to do with the book? Yeah.
Right. He's like, no, I got a ball. Watch what I'm going to do with this ball. And then he just fucking wings the ball over at Shirley. But Shirley... pretty good move.
Shirley's got it going on. See, that's what I told you. She's the best part of this movie.
Just catches it between her legs real quick, and she's got the skirt on that you want her to have on.
It's from keeping that aspirin between her fucking knees all that time. She's built up a fucking muscle. She knows what she's doing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tim. She's been doing some squats or something, man. Because damn. So she traps it there. Kurt comes walking up to there. He's like, oh, allow me to introduce myself. My name's Kurt, but everybody calls me King Cobra.
King Snake.
King Snake. Yeah, King Cobra would have been more clever. So then she says, really? I thought they all called you Inchworm.
Oh, burn. Damn.
So he's like, look, just give me the fucking ball back, all right? She's like, no, you're going to have to get it. So he reaches down to try to get it, kind of first a little apprehensively, but then
I don't think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar could smack that ball between that girl's legs.
Yeah, I don't.
She was holding on to it tight.
I don't think the Globetrotters could have got that ball out of her legs.
She looks like she likes to go around all around the world. So
that's true. Yeah, I could see that. At least in this movie, we're led to believe she might. So that makes sense because she starts wrestling. She starts mounting him basically on the basketball court.
They're practically dry humping on the fucking basketball, on the tennis court, no less. Not even the basketball court. So it's not like you get like 6 of your friends to stand around in a circle and block everybody's view.
Yeah. Tim, you remember dry humping?
Yeah, I remember that far back, yeah.
Those were the terrible days.
At that time, they felt like the good days.
Yeah. I'm more into wet humping.
You like that soaking?
Oh, God. How could you? I don't have the willpower. I do not.
If you had the willpower, you wouldn't be soaking to begin with. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't have the fucking willpower to do the soaking.
I don't have enough friends to be fucking jumping up and down in the bed.
That's what's
fucked up about it. That's some good friends, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it now? You've made it more deviant than just having sex.
Yeah, because dude, all right, come on. You're hanging out with your boy. He's like, I need you to hook me up. I'm going to be dry soaking this chick tonight. I need you to be. Would you even be a wingman or a corner man? I need somebody to be the upper corner, bottom corner. Now you're going to be watching me put my penis into this girl's vagina, and your job is to jump up and down in the bed. But don't get excited, right? Don't get any sexual thoughts in your mind while this is going on.
I had a terrible
Are they blindfolded?
No, they're not blindfolded. They have to watch. They have to supervise to make sure that the guy's not thrusting of his own volition.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
So I just had a terrible thought that they would have the the women, they could rate them on like a Richter scale. So they could be like,
shit. She's not, you watch out for that 10. She's like a San Francisco one. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going out with Tammy. She's at least a fucking 4.8 on the Richter scale. So you're gonna need both of us, me and Lenny.
No, you got it wrong, Eddie. Yeah, no, you got it wrong. The friends are the ones who are you rate them on the Richter scale, right? You want your friends to be able to fucking knock that shit up to like a 9.8.
Yeah, you got your buddy who's like a fucking linebacker or some shit. It's like, listen, sweetheart, you're telling your girlfriend, listen, sweetheart, you're in for a treat tonight.
And like, dudes, I'll buy you dinner before we go, not even after, right? Because I want that extra weight put on you.
Yeah, I need you to eat like an hour before, so your stomach's not too full. You've digested and everything. You just got a nice burst of energy.
You're fucking banging, you're dry soaking some chick, and one of your friends went to fucking Taco Bell right before.
So imagine that, like, you're talking to a chick, right, Tim? This is the part of it I never understand. You're talking to little Sally Lou or whatever, right?
If she's Mormon, her name is Sally, most chances, yeah.
So, okay, you're talking to Sally, and you're like, hey, Sally, we're going to go have a lovely date, and tonight we can have a little pussy tasting and then a little soak sesh. What do you think? And Sally's like, yeah, that sounds nice. Who are you inviting to be the one to bounce on our bed?
I think what it is, to be fair, you as a guy should be able to bring two people, and she should be able to bring two people just to keep it safe, right?
So you have like the bride side and the groom side?
Yeah.
That makes sense. And then you can swap. You could be like, all right, I'm a little tired. No, you can't
swap. No. The guy's got to be on the top of the bed. The chick's got to be on the bottom of the bed, jumping up and down. That don't work for me. No.
I'm saying maybe it's a little thing like Red Rover where you help each other over. So like when you're done, Tim, you and your girl, you have to get up. The people that were on the top of the bed swap. Yes.
That's right, because after you're done, you get up, and then they're still jumping on the bed, but two of them fall down on the bed. Oh, shit, it went in. What happens now?
Yeah. It was an accident. I guess you guys have to keep bouncing on the bed and making eye contact with me.
You know why that doesn't work? Because by that time, my legs got no energy to be jumping up and down on the bed.
Yeah.
But
you
then again,
don't want to go.
If you're Mormon and you're soaking, probably don't take that long to begin with, right? It's like maybe 2 or 3 jumps on the bed. You're not even working up a sweat as the corner man.
You definitely don't want me to be bouncing after I got done fucking, because you're not going to get a lot of effort, man. Let me tell you.
I'm just going to bounce right out of the fucking house. That's it.
Maybe if you gave me a sandwich or something, you know what I mean?
You can't even get a Coca-Cola with a sandwich. You gotta eat that fucking sandwich with milk.
If you got me like a warm, damp towel and like a sandwich or something, I might be able to help you. But yeah, I'm gonna need a break or something after that. So
soaking.
So
it's
yeah,
great.
They're about to fuck on the basketball court when the fucking nun comes out there with a big ass ruler. She's like, "Oh, okay, you guys are fucking around, no problem. You're all grounded tonight. No Halloween dance for all of you." So now they're fucking pissed.
Even for the people who are just watching.
But here's what sucks. Yeah, even for them, exactly. Just because they weren't pulling them apart, maybe.
Yeah, if you ever see two people fucking on a court, do yourself a favor and do Jesus a favor. Jerk one of them off.
Exactly. That's a good move. Just or whip your ass out and stick it in the guy's face, and maybe that'll turn him off enough. He'll be like, "Oh,
finger
fuck."
up the ass is not going to work in that situation. Trust me, it's gonna get the exact opposite effect that you want in that situation.
Yeah, no, you need a bucket of cold water. That's going to really be your best bet. You know. But so this is what sucks though. They got disinvited from the party, but they still have to set it up. So they're in there setting up for the fucking party while Perry snuck off and he stole some of the priest's clothes, some of his religious sacraments, and he's trying to summon Angela in this mirror. And he doesn't notice, by the way, because he's doing the whole thing in front of the pentagram and the candles, does not notice that she's coming out of the mirror at him immediately. But she ends up grabbing at him. It's like, oh shit, all the candles are blown out. She pops and then just runs out of a window, out. Goes for his ass, right? Priest shows up and she leaves. The priest's like, what the fuck are you doing in here with a pentagram wearing my fucking sacraments, you dickhead?
Desecrated this holy place. And I'm like, really? Come on? Really? Is this literally the worst thing that's happened in that rectory?
Yeah. Rectory damn near killed her. No. So this is all basically so the priest will just, also ban him from going to the dance tonight as well. So Perry's out, everybody's out. So we cut to Shirley and Kurt trying to fuck in the van, right? And they're basically banging, but she cuts it off. And she's all like, listen, we're going to have a different party. And I'm like, okay, that's great. Can we talk about this when I'm outside of your body? Can we talk about this some other time? I'm a little fucking busy right here, okay? So she's like, no, we're going to have a party, and I really want to make sure that John is going to be there. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Why the hell are you interrupting sex with your dude or whatever to tell him you've got to invite another guy to the party tonight? And then this guy's dumb. He's like a dog or whatever. Oh, sure, of course I'll make sure Johnny will be there, no problem. So then we cut back to BB and Terry getting dressed, right? And Mouse is wearing like the clown outfit that Michael Myers wore when he was a child in Halloween 1.
I have the same thing. She's dressed up as fucking Michael Myers, and I forgot it was Halloween. I thought this was just her normal fucking nightgown because of who she's supposed to be in this movie, right? And by the way, I was taking a quick piss, and if you weren't watching on the Patreon, you don't know that. But all she had to do is just tell him, business up front, party in the rear. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. The old loophole, Tim.
This is our third party. You know what happens.
If you don't get it by the third party, Tim, you're done. Look,
Catholic girls always had that as an out. That was the way in. That was also a way out.
I think you would have had a better chance with the nun.
I'd take my chances with that nun. I'd be breaking so many rules. I'd be called to her office and getting fucking paddled and spanked.
Just fucking rock hard getting spanked by a nun. Jesus Christ. So yeah, Shirley shows up and tells them all, hey, we're going to this party off campus, and tells the others, you look, please, whatever you do, make sure you invite Mouse. Right? She's got to come. Now, what the fuck is this Sherry? What is her point? She's just a cunt? Is that what it is? She's like,
she's the cunt out of all of them. Like I said, usually this is the blonde who's in charge of being the cunt in this, and the brunettes are the ones who are going along with it because the blondes are always the ones who rule. But how stupid can all these other girls be? To say invite Mouse and not know what the fuck you're gonna carry that fucking bitch, and I'm not spelling it AARRY.
Yeah, exactly, Tim. Exactly.
Wow, I got a spelling joke off. I can't believe that.
That fucking outfit that she was wearing for Halloween, that Halloween outfit from Michael Myers. That Carrie would have worn that.
Oh, it was. I laughed so hard when I realized it wasn't her fucking nightgown. I swear to God, I thought this was her fucking regular nightgown because I'm like, this makes perfect sense.
Yeah, all she needs is somebody in the fucking their little dorm yelling, they're all going to laugh at you. She's set up for it, Tim. Anyhow, the couples all pair off, right? And they decided they're all going to go to this beautiful, fun off-campus Halloween party. They invite demonology guy, right? Or he finds the invitation and he sees a pentagram on the invitation. So
away he knows what it is. Yeah.
Look, dickhead, you made a pentagram just like fucking 10 minutes ago.
Plus, what are those people that you call that are into maps? What's the official name?
Cartographer?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because that's what he is. Because he recognizes right away where this fucking thing drawn on a napkin is going to, right?
The shit that looks like if you go to Long John Silver's or something, the pirate map that they give the kids to color in.
You were able to draw from 1 to 10. You were able to connect the dots. Yeah, Long John Silver's. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's the map that they have to the party. It's like a straight line that goes, and then there's a curve, and that goes left or right. You go left, and then there's a house with a circle around it, and that's the one you want to go to. Which, very clever though, Tim, because we, for no reason, then just see a crossroads and fingerless gloves guy switching the arrows from one street to the next.
I had fingerless gloves, yes.
Yeah, you had those gloves?
Well, I mean, how are you going to do that fucking coin changer with real gloves on? So, yeah.
It's a good point. You don't want to, if you had full finger gloves, you can't feel to manipulate. I remember the
first time I saw them on TV, some character, I think it was, I don't know what the fuck show I was watching. I was like, well, that's really fucking cool. Your hands are warm, but you can still do stuff with your fucking with the gloves on.
Yeah.
Someone needs to bring that back where you can wear gloves and now use your iPhone.
They do. They have gloves that work on touchscreens.
Nah, make it cool. Make it retro again, right? Just cut them off.
You just want finger. Well, Tim, I have a surprise for you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Just look around your house for a pair of scissors. And then go buy a pair of gloves. And you're there.
Because they have the little stitching on the seam too, man. You can't just cut leather.
All right, well, get yourself a needle and some thread.
Too many
there
steps.
You go. Oh, buddy. Speaking of fucking, like you said, not just letting it fly. Did you see the shit about the Cybertruck that it's cutting fingers up?
It's only a matter of time before it fucking stabs somebody to death at a crosswalk by going 2 feet too far. Yeah.
Well, because the dickhead Elon Musk wanted it to be made out of kind of thick stainless steel so that it would be bulletproof or whatever. Well, the motherfucker, the corners of it and the edges of everything are still sharp. He didn't have the metal folded over anywhere. So, like, let's say you shut the door on your finger, Tim. You just got
that off, yeah.
You're cutting your fucking finger off because
That's always been a phobia of mine. Whenever I see people like getting out of a car and slamming the door shut, like through an open window and stuff like that, like you're gonna catch your fucking fingers in that goddamn car.
Yeah.
Now, instead of catching your fingers, you're cutting them off.
Same thing with the hood and the trunk on the Cybertruck too. Apparently, because it's got a front truck or trunk or whatever.
My two questions about this is: number one, it's supposed to be this is the car for like the apocalypse, like when shit goes down, right? It's bulletproof and all that stuff, but you need energy to charge it and an internet connection to be able to use it. Okay.
Yep.
But the thing that really concerns me the most is with the bulletproof glass. How do you break that glass to get out of that car if it's on fire or if it's underwater? And if it's underwater, at what point does your electric car, even if it's not a Tesla, it's a Honda, whatever the fucking companies make EVs, right? Your shit goes into water. What point does the electricity stop working where you can't roll your window down? Because at a certain level, you can't open the door because of the water pressure. You have to wait till the car goes all the way down. Then you roll the window down a little bit. You let the water in, and then you can open the door. What the fuck do you do in a car that's bulletproof glass and electric and you're underwater?
You need bulletproof, glass-proof bullets.
Which Elon Musk also sells?
Yeah, he sells those.
What happened to the flamethrower that he used to sell?
Yeah,
right?
Yes,
I was going to say, it's a great minds think alike. What happened to that flamethrower? What happened with that shit? How many lawsuits happened because my next door neighbor got a fucking flamethrower?
I can't imagine it ended well. Somebody had to have killed somebody. Something bad fucking happened. So, okay, we switched the crossroads. No idea who did it though, because we're just introduced
to
this guy that he kind of looks like before they fully figured out Brendan Fraser and Encino Man. Before he got completely
also kind of got like an Andy Dick vibe off him, also, right?
Yep. Little
so
dickish.
So if the whale meant the sexual offender.
Yeah, so like Moby Dick.
There you go.
You got the whale, you got the dick. There you go. So they all pull up to this fucking house, and immediately Mouse starts freaking out. She's like, "Holy shit! This is my fucking childhood home where my sister was killed, and fucking my entire family died in front of me."
All those priests sent all over the world, to Somalia, to get them out of trouble. They can't send this fucking one orphan bitch to a fucking different area so she's not near the fucking death house.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. Send her to fucking Connecticut.
Yeah, put her in Somalia. That's better, right?
Send her to New Hampshire. Fucking send her to Old Hampshire. I don't give a fuck. Somewhere. Send her the fuck away from wherever you're at. I think
that was just a Hampshire.
Yeah. New Hampshire is funny because if you take new out of it, it just sounds so stupid. Hampshire?
I live in the Hampshires. No, that sounds good. I live in the Hampshires, right?
In the Hampshires?
Yeah.
No, just say I live in it's a good city name. I live in Springfield, Hampshire. That sounds stupid.
I like the sound of the Hampshires. I live there, yeah.
Well, you like the Hampshires because it sounds like the Hamptons. And you're a New York boy.
Yes. Wait. So you're not wearing those Nike shoes. You're wearing those Pro Kids. Yeah. You live in the Hampshires instead of the Hamptons. Yeah.
Yeah. You're not wearing Vans. You're wearing Lower East Sides.
You're wearing station wagons. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So they all start exploring the house, and they just tell fucking Mouse, "Hey, just sit in the car. We're all gonna go fuck."
God.
Really? Great fucking family. Great friends, you know?
Incredible. And she's sitting in that car. She's in movie time. She's in there for a fucking long time before she gets out of the car, right?
Dude, because they go off, they paint pentagrams on the fucking walls. So the dickhead Z-Boy shows up with a fucking werewolf mask. Like, they go exploring. They're doing their fucking makeup. They're pairing off and fucking. And she's just sitting in the car. This is before cell phones, too, folks.
Yeah, so oh my God, she had nothing to do. They didn't even have like a little fucking like TV car that you could plug into the lighter and watch it on like a 3-inch screen.
Nothing. She's just sitting out there doing not a goddamn thing. Just staring at the fucking headrest of the seat in front of her. That's it.
No, this is the 90s. There's no headrest.
You think it's like a bird, maybe? They just figured it would be dark and she'd think she was asleep?
Put a blanket over the car.
Right, yeah. Maybe they should have done that. That would have been a good move. So, now the couple's up here off to start fucking. And that's, again, I have the note here. Mind you, they left their PTSD friend in the car in front of her childhood murder house. Anyhow.
I gotta get my fuck on. Come on.
Yeah. Z-Boy pops up in a werewolf mask and scares the living shit out of PTSD girl. And it's so fucking evil. So mean.
Come on, she looked at that mask, right? Come on.
Yeah. She should have known that was a mask, but then again, that was a mask the guy was wearing in fucking Creep. So
that movie, yeah.
Yeah, remember the what was the werewolf mask that dickhead? His Mr. Fluffers.
All I know is that in real life, I knew a guy that was like that Creep guy, except for being actual fucking werewolf, yeah.
Except he was a real werewolf?
Except for being a real werewolf.
Tim.
Wasn't he, in that movie, wasn't he really a werewolf or something?
No. No, he was just a creepy fucking serial killer.
Okay, man.
Wait, Tim, you thought that guy was a real werewolf?
I saw that movie one time, and I don't remember too much about it, except for just like, I recognize that fucking guy as somebody that I used to know. Yeah.
Can I just say, I hope we're not talking about the same movie for once.
We're talking about Creep, yeah. But the guy is like, he invites him up to like do a documentary on him or something like that, and he turns out to be
And Tim, your takeaway was, holy cow, this guy's a real werewolf.
I just remember I remember very little things about that movie except for recognizing like I know that guy in real life, and then I'd say he had a fucking mask on at the end. I didn't know if it was supposed to be real or not.
Yeah, well, it was left ambiguous. That is a good point, Tim. So then, okay, Z-Boy chases her into the house, and she scares a cat out that I guess they were going to sacrifice.
They were going to kill this fucking cat.
Well, but were they, though, Tim?
Yes, because they were. It was a cat. They were going to do it,
but, no, Tim, we find out later.
The cat doesn't know. Hold on, Eddie. The cat doesn't know what a fucking prop knife is, right?
Right, no.
They didn't call the other people into the room and watch us do this, right? They were doing it by themselves. So they were really going to kill that cat.
So you think they had a second not prop knife that they were going to use on the cat?
I think, not Z-Boy, I think roadside guy. Yeah, he would have that thing.
Well, no, Z-Boy was roadside guy.
Is that okay? Z-Boy. Okay, that's it.
There was Rick. Rick was the other one, right? So, yeah, this scares the cat off. The cat runs away. So they're like, "Fuck, we were gonna sacrifice this cat, but I guess you'll do, right? You're a virgin. We'll just fucking sacrifice a human being tonight." That's it's only
a big
slight
step up, right? Between a cat, and then a virgin.
Not between a cat and a mouse, Tim.
True. Is that mouse a virgin, though? Is that cat a virgin?
Yeah, they didn't verify that the cat was a virgin. That's a good point, Tim. Maybe that whole portal thing or whatever they were trying to do wasn't going to work. By the way, what were they trying to do?
I don't know
play
what the
prank
is. Yeah, I don't know.
Or kill the cat. Because if they're trying to play a prank, then it makes sense.
Then you get all the people into the room before it happens. All the people
before you try to kill
up. Yeah.
So the plan. Well, then why did they bring the fake knife if the plan was to kill a real cat, not to scare
I think the
mouse?
fake knife is supposed to be used later on between the Eiffel Tower.
So wait a minute, Tim. You're saying they're going to kill a real cat, then they might do a fake sacrifice of mouse for fun. Then they're going to Eiffel Tower one of the girls and use the fake knife on her?
Possibly. And besides, the fake knife thing is a good out, right? Because I thought it was a fake knife. I didn't know it was a real knife when I stabbed that cat or that person, right?
Yeah, I had two knives that look identical. One of them's fake, one of them's real. They weigh the same amount. They feel the same. So there's no way I could have possibly known the difference.
Who were they doing that whole thing for? Like I said, they weren't bringing attention to it. They were doing it where it was just the three of them or the two of them.
No, you're right. You're right. So the real cat sacrifice, fake mouse sacrifice. That makes perfect sense.
I think it's because I read that at one point. I was like, holy shit, that really amped up.
Yeah, it really did because they just decide they're going to kill her. Yeah. Okay, well, whatever. So BB and Johnny are fucking upstairs while they're going to sacrifice their friend Mouse downstairs. But in the middle of it, Rick pops in, stops them. He's like, hey, don't fucking kill Mouse. And they run over, they stab Rick. But then we see, oh, it's a fake knife. Ha, ha, ha. And Z-Boy keeps stabbing himself on the top of the head with it. He's like, look, it's a fake knife.
Let me just say you this. It's a good thing another crow thing didn't happen. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. If they'd accidentally replaced the prop knife with a real one, Z-Boy stabs himself in the head, kills himself. That would have been terrible, man. That would have been a shame. So Mouse gets up and then sees fucking Angela has been summoned somehow. She freaks the fuck out. She's like, holy shit, my sister Angela's dead and she's here. So she makes a break for it. And then they just find like a puddle of slime with some maggots in it.
Yeah, because I think somebody's chasing Angela and then she just disappears. And then this is what she's supposed to disappear into?
I guess so, Tim. Yeah, I guess she just, like... Dracula's vanished. You see a little poof of smoke or something. She just vanishes into like a puddle of shit.
If I go into a fucking whole house, okay, not the hell house, I'm going into the whole house, and that shit happens, and then all of a sudden there's fresh fucking blood with worms in it. That's the point of getting out of there. End of movie, done. Getting in the car, going. Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. Well, that's what they decide. They're like, all right, we got to get the fuck out of here. Right? This place is fucked. It's clearly possessed or whatever. We got to go. So they're like, oh, yeah, you're right. That makes perfect sense.
But
yeah,
hold on, I got to take a piss.
But yeah, and Jerry's like, yeah, I gotta go pee first. So I'm gonna head on upstairs.
Okay, you know what? You can squat the fuck outside on a goddamn tree. That's it. Done.
Yeah. Well, she gets upstairs. She opens the lid of the toilet. And Angela's doing a fucking ghoulies.
It's not
apparently.
Angela, it's somebody else, isn't it? It looks like a dude.
It doesn't look like a dude.
Angela.
I think it's supposed to be Angela. I think that though the person in the makeup...
I think the toilet seat is covering up her hair. So without that hair...
Yeah, we might just get... It might just be James W. Quinn who did the voice of Demon Angela.
Okay.
or just some extra. They're like, look, we're gonna put your head
be pissed
in the
on.
toilet.
Yeah, he got a fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Speaking of fantasies, did you see the Vince McMahon stuff?
Oh
with
my
WWE?
fucking God. Okay. At this point, I know he's not listening anymore because we just talked too much shit. Somebody, I won't say who, but somebody who I played hockey with just kept saying, yeah, but you got to give him credit for what he built up.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. Got to give him credit for what he built, man. He turned all these regional fucking wrestling things into a fucking like mega corporation. You got to give him credit for what he built up.
Yeah.
By the way,
this man
all you MAGA fucks, Q fucks, all that stuff. Guess what? His wife was working for the Trump administration, so make the connection there.
And him and Trump are fucking buddies. Trump was on wrestling for a while.
That's right, he was, and he did a meme where he was beating the shit out of Hillary Clinton in 2016.
Yeah, people replaced the wrestling clips. Yeah, he was in a whole fucking program with Vince McMahon specifically, where the loser would like have to get their head shaved or some shit. Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude.
You know what? There's two things that you can't say about Joe Biden. He's not on the Epstein list in any shape or form, and he has nothing to do with Vince McMahon.
Yeah, which is for the listeners, Vince McMahon paid a chick $3 million because he raped her, shit on her face, and then handed her off to other wrestlers and other people.
Hold on. Allegedly, a quote unquote famous wrestler, ex-MMA fighter. So I don't know who that would be. Yes.
Who was later identified as Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
By the way. Yeah. And then he's like, all right, don't worry. I'll give you $3 million if you sign an NDA. She said, okay, signs the NDA. He gives her $1 million and then stops paying her.
You already signed it. It's Vince McMahon, look, he's a great. That's how he built this shit up, Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't build this shit up by paying the fucking women that he sexually assaulted and shit on full fucking payments.
Well, here's the thing, though. They're saying now that NDA is null and void, so she can go out and talk some shit and sue his ass.
Well, yeah, because he has to keep up his end of it, and she has to keep up her end.
She did not do. Yeah. But and the other fun fact about it, $3 million he paid her for this, right? He's been on the hook for $17 million worth of payments to women for the same kind of shit.
Literally. But I mean, that's it.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying $3 million, that she's one of how many? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyhow, fuck that guy. So they fucking decide they're going to break the fuck out of this house, obviously. Chick almost pisses on Angela's face, which is crazy. But then...
Maybe that's how you defeat the demon. Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, if it would have been holy water, I guess if you blessed her kidneys.
I mean, look, depending on what website I'm on, I might see this video anyway, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's a good question. Could you bless somebody's kidneys or liver?
Oh, it's holy piss?
Mm-hmm.
That's, yeah.
Then you can kill vampires.
Father, bless my kidneys, yes. Let me piss off these vampires. How do you piss off the devil the most, right?
Yeah, it's as I've said, that's why there's no vampires in Africa. Because they bless the rain down in Africa. That would be a bad time for a vampire, buddy. Let me tell you.
No, you just have to go out on the nights where it wasn't raining. That's it.
Yeah, but that rain would have cycled into the regular just groundwater. Then it'd be in every sink. It'd be every
everybody
water
would have
bottle.
drank it by that point, right?
Yeah, then it'd be in their blood. Then you drink their blood, you're fucked.
You might have just solved the vampire crisis, Eddie.
In Africa. Yeah, it's been solved there. Toto's going to need to write some more songs, though.
Yeah, because in America, I don't want my water blessed. I want to be able to be bit by a vampire if I want to in my camp later on at night, even though I sent him back to the camp because he was calling me darling.
Yeah, that's right. That's our freedom in America. Sent him back to the camp for calling your buddy darling. I fucking love that, dude. That's still the fucking funniest shit.
But then he let him bite him later on in the night, yes.
Well, maybe he, sweet talked him enough, Tim. You never know, buddy. So
it's so perfect. It's so fucking perfect. Yes.
So Z-Boy,
join the Discord,
he's like,
you know what we're talking about.
Yeah. So Z-Boy, he's like, I gotta piss too. So he just starts pissing on the wall in the house.
Yeah, why go that far?
Exactly. Just piss outside.
Piss outside. That's better. Come on, man. Fresh air for the dick. Hang your dick out
hang your dick out the window of the car while you're driving away. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, dogs know what they're doing. Come on.
Yeah. That's true. So he starts pissing, sees Angela, follows her around to like sexually assault the fucking zombie chick, Angela.
Dude, literally, this guy will fuck anything that moves.
Literally, yeah. I mean, to be fair though, you know she's wet because you saw all the discharge and maggots.
Well, no, here's why I would follow, because she's dressed up like Barbara Hershey in The Natural.
Yeah. So there's two different Angelas that we get in here too. You get zombie mode Angela, and then you get hot chick Angela.
No, here's what's fucked up though. Zombie mode has the longer tongue.
That's true. Yeah, you do get a better tongue
and
with her. And you do see...
zombie, let me tell you, zombie Angela, she knows how to make somebody fucking come, it looks like, in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that guy fucking busts like goddamn. So she goes up he goes up the stairs to follow her, and she just scares the shit out of him, so he falls down the stairs. Then she gives him a kiss with that long crazy ass tongue, and he starts like freaking the fuck out like Daffy Duck on a
He's like
Looney
the first
Tunes
time somebody
cartoon.
stuck a tongue up his ass instead of it down his fucking throat.
Yeah. So they freak, and we cut back, and him and Angela are fucking. Like, she is on top of him, riding old Z-Boy's D-Boy to death. I mean, if you're going to go out in this movie, probably the best way to go.
True. You can't
you have to die. So all the rest of the crew loads up into the fucking shitmobile, and they leave poor Z-Boy to die. While we're in the shipmobile, we learn that there's an underground stream that surrounds the property.
That's what keeps the demons inside. Yes.
And again, Tim, I think all of this was supposed to be a vampire movie.
Yeah, because vampires can't go across water, right?
But well, think about it, Tim. It's holy water, right? Crosses, running water, and in the end of the movie, sunlight.
Yes, there you go.
So it should be Night of the kind of a vampire, but yucky would be the better.
And with all the sex things going on too, that's a vampire, right?
This is a vampire movie. That's what I'm saying. I think we've cracked it, Tim. So, man. So they fucking leave, and they head back to the regular ass party, right? At the party,
the Catholic school party, yeah.
Perry is trying to tell the nun, like, listen, we got to get the fuck out of here. All those other students went to Hull House.
Not only is he a fucking dickhead nerd, he's a fucking narc.
Yeah, the worst thing you could be is a fucking rat, this piece of shit. What a fucking douchebag. Yeah, he tells him, he's like, yeah, they all went to Hull House, nun, and I think they're going to do touching. And then she's
not
like,
over the clothes touching, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to do touching. So the nun's like, fuck. All right, well, we got to get the hell out of here, right? So the nun and him head off. Then the party, they're like, wait, the nun's gone? All right, everybody, let's put on fucking Swedish black metal.
I have written down, how can somebody strip to fucking speed metal?
Well, we watch it.
I think this is more speed metal than death metal, right?
Yeah, you know what? I didn't recognize the song. Let me take a look here at the soundtrack. I'll see if I recognize it.
The vocals sound like death metal, but everything else sounds like speed metal.
So, Tim, you're looking at the song Rapture, performed by the band Morbid Angel.
Oh, God. Did they burn any churches? Are they punk rock or not? Are they fake?
No, they're not. They're an American death metal band. They're from Tampa, Florida. Tim.
Tampa.
They're not.
Oh God.
Yeah, this isn't. Yeah, that's why it sounds more like speed metal to you. It's not the real fucking Finnish or Swedish or Norwegian dickhead. Yeah, fucking thinking they're Vikings.
Yeah, if I understand the words even a little bit, it's not death metal, it's speed metal.
Yeah. Fair point, Tim. Fair point. So BB stole lipstick from this house. How poor is BB?
Oh my! No, hold on. Hold the fuck on. Okay, again, the women who listen to this podcast, please tell us how many times you sleep in a bra like this woman sleeps in. Okay, like the bra that when you know you're gonna fuck, that's a bra that you wear, right?
Fuck bra,
yeah. This is a fuck bra. This is a going to work bra. It's not workout. Go to the supermarket. This is a fuck bra, right?
Right. Yeah.
I lost my train of thought when I was thinking about the bra. So yeah,
lipstick.
Oh yeah. So and then you find lipstick, and then you just use that lipstick. You don't know where it's been. Literally.
Well, Tim, to be fair, they found it in a creepy, dusty old house with a puddle of black goo and maggots.
And it looks pretty fresh because, I don't know, lipstick after a while it dries out. So.
Yeah, because she opens it up, right? And like pushes the lipstick out and goes to put it on her face. And like a lipstick cock goes
it's
like
a
flying
cock.
out.
It's a cock. Later on, we see the 100%. When that lipstick thing dropped on the floor and that shit's coming out, it's a cock. It's a tiny cock. It's a carrot. It's a tater cock, okay? Not tater tot. Yeah.
I just have it in my notes as the lips dick.
I don't know why, but for some reason I'm thinking Nathan Fielder in The Curse. Watch that show. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, watch it.
So this little cock thing like tries to go in her mouth from the lipstick, and she tosses it real quick. She's like, "Oh shit!" And then
hey, look, if you will let me in your mouth, if you toss me off, it's okay. Right?
That's true. Yeah. I mean, look, it's bargain days. Okay.
That lipstick has been sitting in that house for a long time, so that lipstick is going to take whatever it gets. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. But then Shirley picks it up and she puts a little lipstick on. She's like, "See, no problem. What the fuck's wrong with you, idiot?" So all of the crew, they all return to the party, right? They head in and just start cutting a rug, buddy. Having a little hands-off dance-off,
This isn't cutting a rug. This is fucking slicing a rug up. Yeah, they're slashing a rug.
Shredding a rug. That for sure. Mouse is like, "Yeah, I'm going to go have PTSD and cry in my room for the rest of the
speed metal is not helping me." Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go alone and be away from all of you dickheads. By the way, why do I hang out with any of you? You're all the worst people in the world.
You know what? I got to say, Mouse has a little bit of stupidity in there because if you're Mouse and these people invite you to a party, come on. You know, either this is happening, you're getting either a fucking bucket full of fucking pig's blood drop on your fucking head, or you're going to fuck a corpse, and then everybody's going to laugh at you when you're done with it. Terror Train.
Fuck a corpse?
Terror Train.
Okay. Okay. Terror Train. I haven't seen that one yet. I'll have to check that out.
It's going to be the woke Terror Train because they're going to switch it. Yeah.
Or Clerks, Tim. Remember she fucks the dead guy in the bathroom?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she did fuck him. She didn't even blow him. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Have some fucking courtesy to the corpse. Show some respect.
She did. Right? I mean, look, I get like the whole defiling a dead body is not great, but I don't think I'd mind if you've.
I'm already dead. Like I said, look, you can fuck me when I'm dead. I don't give a shit. Bury me with my fucking ass sticking out of the ground and fucking park a bike in my crack. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking dead. Plus, I'm being cremated, so it doesn't matter.
From your lips to God's ears, Tim Yobo.
I got the cremation thing already paid for, so don't worry.
Yeah, that's the move, cremation. You gonna have your ashes like dumped somewhere funny?
Finally in my wife's face, yes. No, cut that out. Sorry. Cut that out.
Yeah. Oh, man. No, you just have to get a statue made and put your ashes in it, commemorating a time that you were right and your wife was wrong.
Which is never. Yeah, so.
It's got to be like the argument we had in 2006 about whether the remote took AA or AAA batteries. And it's just a picture of you holding the remote, open up, and holding AA batteries in the other hand.
The rechargeable ones, yeah.
Yeah, the Amazon Basic rechargeable ones. Good deal, man. Load up on those. I use them for my Xbox controllers all the time.
Oh my god! How much fucking money I wasted on fucking batteries for my Xbox controller until I fucking.
As a matter of fact, check it out.
Yeah,
boom.
Is it
Xbox?
Yeah, I have the.
And boom.
Yeah.
Amazon Basic right there. Rechargeable battery within reach.
Mm-hmm.
Within reach, folks.
Buy a 4-pack. 2 of them are always charged up. Yes.
Yeah, I'm also a client. So,
of Amazon?
So they're at the party. Yeah, they're at the party cutting a fucking rug, right? Mouse heads up to her room to pout. Shirley heads up into the bathroom. She's like, all right, I'm going to touch up my lipstick real quick and then go get my fuck on. Dude, it just deep throat lipstick cock down her fucking throat. Mm-hmm. She throws it on the ground and then like a lipstick cock bug climbs out of it, climbs up her leg, and goes
all Sam Raimi on her ass. Yeah,
goes into her puss. Let's call it. Just heads right up old. If it's got the Hitler mustache.
Hold on. If we're gonna break this down, isn't there 2 vines going up, one each leg? So did she get DP'd?
Yeah, she got one in the pink, one in the stink.
I mean, Diet Pepsi, then, but okay.
But then she kind of gets a look on her face like she enjoys it. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna say, Tim,
it's like if you're watching Japanese porn.
Yeah. So she seems kind of down. Mm-hmm. Then the lipstick container starts smoking, and I was having a cigarette too because I needed a minute.
Yes, holy shit! Are you gonna tell me the fucking lipstick smoked after the fucking sex?
Yeah, I mean, I would have too, buddy. Then Angela pops out, hot Angela too, not zombie Angela, and starts fucking making out with her while she's having her weird lipstick demon cock orgasm.
Yeah, no comments.
So, again, this is a fantastic movie, folks. You should definitely watch it.
And we haven't even got to the best part yet about the fucking nun.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
So Angela heads down, goes into the party, and starts stripping to death metal, as you said, Tim. Mm-hmm. But then she, like, eats a Mento. I think that was supposed to be some drug of some sort.
Probably a Quaalude at that time and that big. Right?
Were there still Quaaludes back in 94?
When did Wolf of Wall Street happen, right? Because they had the Quaaludes in that. And he's looking up. Thank God his search engine is going Quaaludes.
That's right here. Yeah. It says in the United States, Quaaludes were removed from the market in 1983, and they were made a Schedule I drug in 1984. But people still have.
Well, you go to other countries. You can. Yeah. I know you can buy them in Mexico, right?
Probably. Yeah, I would imagine. You can buy anything in Mexico, so that makes sense. So, so she pops a Quaalude, let's call it. Then she just grabs the punch bowl and just starts dumping it on her tits, which I thought was a classy move.
She spiked her tits.
She certainly did. And fucking Johnny in there is all about it. Then Shirley's dancing like fucking, because she got possessed, right? She got demon possessed with the dick in her in the fucking makeout session. But she's dancing like Elizabeth Hurley in Saved by the Bell when she was on pep pills.
Down, this is Elaine Bennis dancing to death metal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is still hot. That tracks right? Too. It's still hot. I'm not gonna say no at that point. Fuck that shit. Yeah.
So then Angela rips off her top. We see her tits. And you're like, oh, this is cool. Her tits morph into hands that she then grabs.
This is like the ultimate mashup between a hand job and a tit job, right?
Yeah, because her and Rick kept going back and forth about getting sticky with her or something.
Yeah.
So she's like, hey, Rick, now let's get sticky or whatever. And then grabs, I can't believe I'm saying this, grabs him with her tit hands that are also acid somehow, right? Then,
which is also still okay with me for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean,
if you gotta lose your dick, right? Come on.
If you wore a rubber condom, though, Tim, the acid shouldn't really have as much of or plastic, I mean, then the acid might not work on it.
Oh, they're plastic condoms?
Well, I could figure one out if I was going to get a demon.
That's just saran wrap on your cock, right?
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Isn't that what the fake,
what if you
the non-latex
What if a priest
ones?
blessed the condom before you fuck a demon?
Ooh, that's
Instead
a good
of throwing
one,
a water balloon full of holy water on the fucking demon, fuck them with a blessed condom.
I wonder how many altar boys that was the excuse they gave them. No, the condom. I had to bless the condom.
Hold the fuck on, Eddie. You are not a Catholic because, number one, I don't care how many priests are molesting how many boys, they're not using a condom because that's a sin.
Oh, that's a good point, Tim. You're right. That is a good point. So I guess they just have to put the communion wafer on the tip of their dick or something.
Oh, wow. That's a new kink.
Yeah.
Make the communion wafer disappear. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Listen, you might have to take 3 or 4 of these little cups of the wine first. You're going to want to loosen up a little bit. But then we'll get that wafer out.
Brings me back to when I was an altar boy and we used to just grab host by the handful and fucking eat them because they would just melt in your mouth, yeah? And drink the wine, yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like a good meal, Tim. What if you can just buy communion wafers like at Walmart or something?
Oh, shit. I bet you can get them on fucking DHgate.
DHgate?
Look up DHgate. It's a fucking Chinese website where you get fucking anything in the world. Yeah.
Okay, I'm on DHgate.
You want some fake fucking cookie cartridges to sell to some fucking idiot who doesn't know what a fucking real cartridge is? It's on DHgate. You want some fake Xbox games? It's on DHgate. You want a box that plays 3,400 fucking 300,000 games that are on fucking Atari, NSS? It's all on DHgate.
So I'm looking for communion wafers. I don't see that, but what I do see is a lot of little girls in champagne-colored ball dresses.
Okay, get off that website because I don't think that's DHgate.
That's DHgate, Tim. I'm on DH. Oh no, that's Pizzagate. Hold on, I gotta close.
See, there you go. You're on the wrong. Yeah.
I was on
you
the wrong. You
got to order the salad with no olives. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. No cheese pizza for me, thank you. So then she kisses him and snaps his fucking neck, right? That's when the nun and Perry pop in, and they hold him at bay with some crosses.
Well, hold on. Nun sends the kid. You missed out the whole part where the fucking nun does a fucking Rambo loadout, right?
No, she's getting to that now, right?
Yes.
Because she sends the kids, she's like, you kids go to the chapel, we have to prepare. And she does her fucking, dial code Santa / Rambo kid out with water balloons full of holy water, right?
This is so sexy. I don't care. Come on. This fucking nun is ready.
With fucking super soakers filled with holy water.
Well, the rat is doing the fucking super soaker. She's
Perry's doing that.
She got the fucking cross. She got the 6-gun fucking shooter with the fucking crucifix, the fucking rosemary, everything. Yeah.
By the way, I'd just like to point out, Bordello of Blood came out in 1996, right?
Mm-hmm.
From Dusk Till Dawn, same year. They both fucking stole the super soaker full of holy water. Those sons of bitches.
No, I mean, it just makes sense, right? Even if this was the 70s, I get a fucking cheap green fucking plastic water pistol and put holy water in it.
Oh, yeah. No, my favorite is her rosary beads that are also like a nunchuck or something.
Oh, my God. Nunchucks! She's got fucking nunchucks!
It's right there.
Yes.
Yeah, nunchucks. Exactly.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so Tim's ready for round 2 and she's ready to fight. So Terry and Kurt, they head out and just start fucking in the van. Well, you might as well, right? But then Terry's like, no, I'm not. No, we're not going to do the genital stuff. We're going to have to keep it all above the waist. So then Angela's hand pops up out of the fucking the seat cushion and starts jacking him off.
And here again, here's another example of dudes. Just keep your mouth shut. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't talk yourself out of fucking sex. And this guy talks himself out of sex, literally.
You think Angela would have jerked him off to completion? That's what would have happened there, Tim?
I mean, definitely, right? She wasn't going to stop. She's a fucking demon. When's her fucking stopping point? Oh, this is too far.
Well, yeah, because she fucked the other guy, remember?
Yes.
So, yeah, I guess she would have just jerked this guy off, too. Fuck it. Yeah, you're right, Tim. So, another note for our listeners. If you find yourself getting a hand job, a blow job, some sort of sex from a demon or a ghost, I would say.
I mean, to be fair, he doesn't know, right? It's just a hand coming out of the fucking bottom of the car. But at that point...
Right, but what I'm saying is if he looks down and he sees there's a hand coming up from the seat, I'm with you, Tim. Just be like, you know what? Let's see where this goes.
He's like, yeah, look, there's nail polish on it, or there's fucking demon fucking color, whatever, underneath the nails. So, whatever.
Yeah,
I'll feel guilty tomorrow.
True. No, that's true, and it's a feminine-looking hand. So, if depending upon your sexual proclivities, that could be a good thing.
There's always tomorrow to feel guilty if you're a Catholic, right?
That's a good point. It's better to beg forgiveness than ask permission, Tim. That's the this is the defense of rapists everywhere. So
I just watched the Law and Order SVU unit where our detective used that as an excuse. It's better to beg for forgiveness than ask for permission. Yes, yeah.
Can I tell you, Tim? I've been using AI for something that it could be useful for. When we're covering a movie now, I ask it, which actors from this movie were in an episode of Law and Order SVU?
Oh, how does this actor fit into Law and Order SVU? That's what you should be asking.
No, so I wanted to know, Tim, because I wanted to call it out before you. If anybody in this fucking movie was in SVU, none of them were. Tim's going to really think about it.
The only possible person that I can think of would be the priest, because he's been in a ton of shit. And maybe the nun, maybe play like a mother or somebody who got...
Right, yeah. They're the only two that have more than like double-digit credits, you know.
But I can forget six degrees of Kevin Bacon. I can do 4 degrees. I'm going to fucking name that too. That shit. I can do 4 degrees of SVU. Give me any actor, actress. I can give you 4 degrees to how they get connected to SVU.
So he was not in SVU, but he was in an episode of LA Law.
Okay, Corbin Benson was in an episode of SVU. There you go.
Who was?
Corbin Benson, the one who played Arnie.
Corbin Burnson.
Burnson, yes. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. That's 1 degree. Boom. You nailed it. You're gonna get a lot of use out of Corbin Burnson, by the way. Because that guy has been in a million fucking things.
He's in anything. He's in like fucking Christian movies right now, I think.
You could do a 6 degrees of Corbin Burnson, and it almost sounds like Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, kind of.
And that would, I bet you could do that. How many movies do you think Burnson was in?
Oh, God, I bet you if you go to whatever Wikipedia IDM, it has to be over like maybe 200. Has to be.
260.
There you go.
Insane. And he's got 5 things that are in post-production right now.
How many of them are Christian movies, though? Because how many of them are like God is Not Dead, Left Behind? I think he's in a Left Behind.
Yeah, I'm sure he has been. Because he just seems like he'll be in fucking anything, if I'm going to be honest.
Oh, my God. He was in the reboot of Left Behind. And he plays a fucking network executive who tells the fucking guy who's supposed to be Tucker Carlson to stop digging too far into this fucking story. Yes!
You're right. I see it right here. Left Behind, Rise of the Antichrist, 2023.
The reboot of the Nicolas Cage movie where all of a sudden everybody is recasting that movie. Not one fucking person from the Nicolas Cage Left Behind on the Airplane movie comes back for Left Behind 2. Yes. Yes, I nailed it.
You got it, buddy. Mm-hmm. So Angela's jerking the guy off in the back of the fucking van. She pops up and says, "Hey, how about a little head?" And then cuts his head off.
Mm-hmm. So and then he squirts. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, then he that guy actually squirts.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, just out of his neck. So Shirley runs into Terry and just starts kissing him, and I'm like, again, guys, if you know you're in a horror movie, unless it's a demon jerking you off, you might want to be like, I don't know, Shirley seems a little crazy right now. She was just dancing like Elaine from Seinfeld to death metal.
I forget what movie we covered where somebody who like the whole movie, like the chick was like, I hate you, I can't stand you. Then all of a sudden she calls him and says, meet me at this abandoned house to have sex, and he shows up. What was that movie?
Yeah. Which one was that? That wasn't McCall.
He goes to a fucking neighborhood, but like it's like the fucking barbarian house. So there's only one fucking house in the entire neighborhood that's fucking got electricity, and he still goes like, you know what? I'm going into this place to fuck that chick. Yes.
Yeah. Now I remember what you're talking about, Tim. Was that Bloodbeat?
No, Bloodbeat. We just did that with the fucking samurai. We did this like maybe 4 or 5 months ago, maybe not too long ago. But yeah, the guy, he knows that this chick like fucking can't stand him, and all of a sudden she calls him like, meet me in this house, we're gonna fuck. And he shows up, and like I said, literally the only fucking house on the block that has electricity. And he goes into the house. It's abandoned. It looks like there's fucking dead rats all over the goddamn place. There's dead bodies like from the fucking Chris and the guy from fucking Snoop on the Wire fucking killing people in the house. And he still fucking goes in the fuck the chick.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We've all been there. I get it.
Oh, the stupidest shit. Oh, man. So, we should start a podcast of like, what's the stupidest shit you ever did when you were young to get laid?
For pussy. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you would never run out of guys with stories.
We'll keep it, whatever you done for pussy, whatever, just to get laid. Now you're just keeping the pussy.
Yeah. For dick, for ass, whatever. Yeah, that's true. Oh, man. So, this made me think for a second.
Yeah, I know. That's why everybody listening to this podcast right now is listening going, oh, shit, yeah, I should be dead. Or I should be in jail, or...
I'll tell you right now, Tim, it's probably a shorter list of things that I haven't done in my life that were in service of having sex. I think most things you do in one way or another, especially if you're married, let's say, a lot of what you're doing is so... So Angela pops my mouse.
Yes.
Angela pops over by Mouse, and she's trying to explain. She's like, listen, I've come here. I want to take you away to a wonderful place where nobody's going to be a dick to you and carry you, okay? We're going to go someplace fancy and happy, and God bless, you're going to love it. So BB runs up to Terry, who, remember, was kissing with Shirley, and Shirley's possessed. So now by the transitive property, Terry is possessed, right? So she starts fucking with him. Then the nun and Perry fucking ambush him, dump holy water on Shirley, the girl, the possessed chick. And this is one of the first. She pukes out a bunch of slime and shit. And then there's like a roach in the slime. So are we to believe that the thing that crawled up her vagina was a larva that then turned into that roach inside of her? Because after she pukes that out, the nun kills the roach with the fucking ruler and is like, she'll be fine. So is it like a Last of Us, or not Last of Us, like a Dead Rising? How they have the little bug in their head that makes them zombies? I don't know. The movie doesn't know what it wants to do.
I think it figures it out by part 4, right? Then everything just ties together.
Yeah. When they finally decide, you know what, we'll just go with vampires because we've just gone with all the rules of vampires for everything.
By part 4, is it really vampires?
No, there's only 3 of them.
Okay.
So, you know what? Now I'm curious.
Well,
what
wait
the fuck
till this
happens
podcast
in
comes
3?
out. There's going to be a part 4.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Part 3 is a group of delinquents accidentally shoot a police officer. To avoid arrest, they hide out in an abandoned house, unaware that it is haunted. So...
Okay, this is one of those Hellraiser movies that wasn't a Hellraiser movie that just got slapped on with a name that we already know. Right?
There's also a Night of the Demons in 2009.
We got a reboot?
Holy shit. Tim, they rebooted Night of the Demons in 2009. You've got, guess who, dude, and Shannon Elizabeth plays Angela.
Oh.
Nadia from fucking American Pie, Tim.
Yes, I remember her, yes.
Yeah, of course you fucking remember her. And Linnea
The
Quigley's
last time
in this
sexual
fucking
assault
movie.
on the internet was okay.
Yeah, Tim, exactly. And Linnea Quigley's in it too. So, you know what? I might have to check this out.
Oh, man, she's handing up the mantle.
I guess so. Yeah, Tim. Makes sense. Although Shannon Elizabeth didn't become a scream queen that was nude in every horror movie after that, though. So, you know.
There's always time.
She tried.
Wait,
it was just
give
just
her
a
couple of years, yeah.
Couple of years, yeah, fair. So, yeah, they fucking kill the roach, so I guess she's fine. Then Angela lures Mouse out of the car with Shirley and Zombie Rick. Like, come on, we're going to get out of the car and hang out. It'll be a good time. The kids try to convince the priest, they're like, and the nun, they're like, listen, we got to go to Whole House. That's where this whole shit's going down. The priest's like, you know what? Let's fucking do this. Let's rock and roll. So now he gets his little kid up thing where he gets to join in on the fun, join the party. And then they head back to the fucking house where Johnny gets knocked the fuck out. He's the kind of the romantic interest of the lead BB. He's kind of a nice guy, but also kind of a piece of shit. Nobody's really good.
Yeah, the guy,
you know, they all kind of
the guy
suck.
who sounds like Steve Buscemi a little bit when he talks.
Yeah. A little bit, yeah.
He's not that good looking.
Bit of that
I think this guy, you know what? Here's my connection. I think this guy was in a fucking Law and Order SVU.
No, he wasn't.
I think he was.
I don't think so, Tim. I'm going to look him up here real quick for you. Night of the Demons
Johnny, the guy with the spiked blonde hair, right? That he's not good looking at all, but some reasons everybody thinks he's good looking. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny. Johnny was played by Johnny Moran.
Oh God, what a name!
I'm sorry, Moran, Moran. And no, Tim, he was not in an episode of SVU, but he was in an episode of Pacific Blue.
It rhymes,
which we were
so
just
it's okay.
talking about.
So somebody who looks like him was in a Law and Order SVU. Yes, okay.
So Bobby should recognize him then if he was in Pacific Blue.
He was just watching that show. Yeah, he got finished with Silk Stockings.
Yeah. So there you go. Oh man. So yeah, he gets knocked the fuck out. Then Perry and the priest run into Zombie Rick, right? And the priest's all like, "You okay, Rick?" You know, and he's like, "No, I'm not doing good. In fact, I committed a sin. I broke the 5th commandment." And this priest,
the priest is going 1, 2, 3. Wait, hold on. Obey thy father. Don't bear false witness. Oh, number 5. Yes.
Yeah, the priest, who this is his life, doesn't remember. It's like, what, the 5th? What do you mean? I only thought there were 2.
You're not guilty?
Right?
What?
Yeah. And he says, murder, and then kills the priest. Which is fucking awesome. But Perry super soakers him with a bunch of holy water, pops his fucking head, and Angela comes and him and Perry dip out. Right? They're like, fuck it, we're gonna go lick our wounds. But we've seen now.
Yeah, because we still got 20 minutes in this movie, so yeah, keep going, yeah.
Somehow, yeah, there's still 20 minutes in this movie. So Johnny wakes up and he sees his buddy Kurt. He's like, "Kurt, what's up, buddy?" And he just hears a basketball being dribbled. And Kurt doesn't have a head, Tim. So he walks up to him. His friend Kurt has been playing basketball with his own head.
This time you play this motherfucking horse, right? You make a killing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But no, instead what Perry does is he just drops a water balloon on the head. And he's like, no. And then he just punts it into the woods and just yells like field goal or something. So he's better than most of the kickers on the Bills team back in the 90s. So then our boy Z-Boy.
Oh, you motherfucker. Not even in the 90s. What? Just like last week. The fucking Bills lost by 3. Oh, God.
That's true. No, I'm going for the very famous story, Tim, and I was trying to stay time appropriate. You see, the Buffalo Bills made it to the Super Bowl and lost by a touchdown, and then immediately fired the kicker, and I think he killed himself. Not a good time. If he didn't kill himself, he certainly fucking harpooned his life over it, and I understand he was pretty fucking hated at that point. So, go sports, everybody. So yeah, he fucking punts his head off into the woods. Then Z-Boy gets a nail bat that they've been playing with and fucking just nail bats Perry right to the face, dude. And this guy's fucked. Then he tells Perry, looks over at his buddy Johnny. He's like, quick, give me some holy water. He's like, what the fuck? You just got nail batted in the face. So he grabs it and he chugs it. So that way he's not going to come back as a demon or whatever. It's kind of like, Tim, in Baldur's Gate 3, how you're going to be turning into an illithid. So somebody gives you wyvern poison just in case you're about to change. You have that little ripcord you can pull. Well, that's basically what our buddy here does.
Got to keep that poison for a special pot of food, right?
That's right, buddy. So then Z-Boy catches up to BB and tries to fucking Weinstein her. Like, do these zombies, I don't know, the zombies want to either convert everybody or just rape. I don't know if they have, because so far everything that they've done has been very rapey. Even Angela with the lipstick and the making out.
Yeah, good point on that one. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
The little third wheel hand job, that's pretty rapey.
Mm-hmm. Is it, though? Because it's a guy,
well,
right?
I mean, if we're going with the notion that consent is that you have to be informed and enthusiastic, he wasn't informed, but I'll bet you if you're like, look, how about Yeah, if you were like, hey, how about a 3-way, but it's going to be with a zombie broad who has the rules of a vampire, and she's just going to jerk you off.
To Cameron Diaz, he'd be okay with it, right?
How would you know it didn't belong to Cameron Diaz? It was just a hand.
That's true, right? So, hey, guilt-free.
It could have been...
Oh, wait, they're Catholic. There's no guilt-free shit in that at all, yeah.
Yeah. It could have been Thing from the Addams Family.
That's how we earned this
keep. Put a little nail polish. Put a little nail polish on him, gussing him up real good. Nothing wrong with that.
Give him a little tennis bracelet.
Yeah, zombies Z-Boy tries to fucking Weinstein BB, but the nun shows up and she gets to pull off the line, Tim. Hey, leave a little room for the Holy Ghost. Mm-hmm. And then just starts whipping
this
Z-Boy's
is where I was like,
ass.
This just brings me back to all my days of catechism.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Somebody will get that joke. You know who's going to get that joke? A couple people will get
Chef
that.
Robbie.
Chef Robbie, yeah.
Okay.
Wick will get that joke. Wick is going to really dig that joke, yes. The catechism.
Okay. Cat-agism. That's when you jerk a cat off?
If you went to Catholic school, you would know what that is, yes. Catholicism, yes.
Throwing cataclysm mixed with cum?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a very good portmanteau, Tim. So, fucking, the nun just starts whipping his ass with her fucking rosary bead nunchucks. Just fucks Z-Boy up. He bolts, but then the priest and Shirley pop up and ambush him. And oh snap, Johnny comes in with holy water, drenches the fucking priest, drenches Shirley, and makes them into fucking floor soup. And it looks
incredible.
fantastic.
This fucking scene, this fucking gore room scene is incredible how they did it. It's really over the fucking top for this movie.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's like shades of Dead Alive level, like over the top with the practical effect, and it looks fantastic.
And to wait this long into the movie to do this effect too, it's really incredible.
Yeah, I mean, even the dumber, like when the tits turned into hands, even that looked good. It looked silly because it was a silly concept.
To me. I don't know about you, but it looked okay with me. I was like, whatever. Yeah.
These tits will grab you back, Tim. Do you imagine that, buddy? You giving a chick the old Bronski and her tits grab the back of your head and pull it in?
I was thinking about you finally get into the bra, all of a sudden you get a handshake. And like, oh, wait, friend zone? What? Confused.
You're all like, hand job or tit job? She's like, why not both?
Yeah, I'll take it. Any job is okay with me. Fuck it.
That's right. In this economy,
I can't afford not to come.
Man. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, BB fucking water balloon Z-Boy in his dick, and that kills him. Well, I thought that was funny.
A good touch, yes. Because this is horror/comedy, so yes, we're going to get the little things thrown in. So yes, we get a dick shot.
Yeah. So then we find the Melissa/Mouse altar, and Angela's there with this big sacrificial sword. She swings to like behead the nun, but the nun just ducked and it cut off her habit, right?
Is it because I have written down the nun does an Obi-Wan? I think he cuts off her fucking head, but then Jesus Christ brings a fucking head back.
Puts it back on or something. Yeah, I don't know. Some miracle happens or something. It's again, and they never explain it too. It's again, I love referencing it.
It's the movie, so
it's Superman throwing the logo off of his fucking shirt, and it expands out and nets the guy. It's that. Never done before, never done after, never explained.
So it's a great movie until that part, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. So they're going to sacrifice her, and Angela's like, look, I'll make you a deal, all right? Nun, if you've got such faith in God, why don't you trade places with Mouse? Because you're a virgin.
Exactly. No. Here's the thing. You are a fucking nun, okay? You are married to Jesus. You dedicated your life to the church, right? You see a fucking actual demon. How much more faith do you need? At that point, go ahead. The power of Christ is going to fucking bring me to heaven. Nothing you can do to me is going to fucking kill me. If you kill me, it's only going to make me stronger. Oh, wait, that's Obi-Wan.
At that point, though, you don't even have faith. It's proven. It's in front of you.
Exactly, yes.
You know
your faith has been confirmed. There's any doubts that you ever had in your fucking mind, you're a nun, you're a priest, whatever the fuck it is, all doubts have been fucking extinguished. Even me, as a confirmed fucking atheist, agnostic, whatever the fuck you want to call me, if I see this kind of proof that the fucking demon pops up right now behind me, I'm doing a podcast, I'm getting on my knees and I'm sucking Jesus' cock if I have to.
But Tim, the existence of demon doesn't prove that the Christian religion is the right one. It just proves there's demons. So for all you know, you should have been sucking off Odin.
No, because they're reacting to the cross and they're reacting to holy water. Okay, there we go. Yes.
Yeah, in the context of this movie, then but Tim, if a guy shows up behind you and says he's,
I don't care.
If somebody shows up behind you right now, Tim, and says he's a demon, don't just start blowing another guy who says he's Jesus. Okay? You need to be in the context of this movie where you've seen the crosses work.
The coincidences
and the holy
that have
water
to
work.
come together for that to happen, I should suck off Jesus anyway, right?
That's a good point. Yeah, he's certainly put the effort in. It's the least you could do. He rented 2 wardrobes, hired an actor, and got into your house. And knew what we were talking about while we were recording it, which is impossible. So, it
only applies for while we're recording this podcast. After this, I will not suck anybody's dick because they say their name is Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. So, the nun's like, all right, fine, we'll fucking do that. And then Mouse gets the sword, though. And Angela's like, all right, here's the deal. Kill the nun. And then you'll be like me. You'll be a cool demon broad or something. She's full of power,
the demon says,
But the nun is like, no, remember your faith. And then Mouse is like, nah, never mind. So she turns around and stabs Angela. And she's like, my name is Melissa. Because she kept calling her Mouse. Yeah.
That's not the line, but that's what I have written down. The same thing, yes. My name is Melissa.
Yeah.
Don't call me Mouse.
That's not a real powerful line. My name is Melissa. My name is Melissa. This doesn't have the bite of a I don't know.
Jenny.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah.
That's funny. You're like, shit, and it's a machine gun. That's, my name is Melissa. No. So she stabs her. Sister sits up, squirt guns fucking Angela because the nun's got the Heidi squirt gun under her habit.
Yeah, she got a fucking 9mm water pistol, right? It's like a fucking Uzi pistol.
Yeah. And then so Angela fucking melts, and her melting looks fucking fantastic, man. Yeah, it just, again, it's like, you know what it reminds me of, honestly, is remember the remake of The Blob we covered?
Yes.
How they didn't have a ton of money to do it, right? But they did the practical effects just right, and they showed you just enough.
I'm curious to watch the first movie, because I'm watching this movie, and by this point, I'm like, there's no way the first one could be better than this. I think the first one probably got eyeballs on it, and it got the name rolling.
Yeah,
and here's like the first movie we spent like $100,000 to make it. It made $3 million, so here's $1 million, and that's where the money went, because this movie is fucking incredible. How good it looks! It's really,
oh yeah,
it's up there with like the best sequels ever made, without having seen the first one and the third one. So take it for what it's worth.
Well. And just looking, I mean, for what it's worth, because who knows, but it says the budget on it was $1.3 million.
What was the first one's budget? What was the first one's budget? There's no way that's $1.3 million the first one.
Oh, no way. No, I'm guessing, Jesus, half that at best, maybe. I mean, well, we'll find out here. Let's see what it says. I mean, but again, grain of salt, because they're never right. This one says 1.2.
So the second one only had an extra $100,000 added on to the fucking budget?
Yeah.
No.
Well, Tim, let's take a look at you got to watch the first one and see if it looks as good.
I'm going to watch the first one. If there's $1.3 million spent, it's all going to fucking Linnea.
Yeah. I mean, for sure. She's the biggest name in there, looking at it on Internet Movie Database.
Fucking $75,000 a tit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good price, buddy. So okay, they got her squirted and melted. Everything's great. They're all gonna leave, but oh shit, the house won't let them leave. They're like, wait a minute, I don't remember this room.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, all the windows are boarded up. Well, you have to have one last scare. So Snake Angela shows up.
Still looking good, right? Still looking good.
Still looking good
for the time of the movie, right?
Like, oh, no, you mean the practical effect.
Yeah.
Not Angela herself. I was going to say, Tim, if that's your get down, well, then maybe you and the other girl that had the weird dick lipstick worm crawl up her. You two have similar tastes in women, I guess. So, and it's just literally the fucking ending from Bordello of Blood. Because remember, they used the cross laser beam to cut the chick's heart in 4 pieces at the end of it. This one, they just kick open a fucking boarded up window, and the light coming through it, the sun,
you have to kick it,
makes the form of a cross.
In the form of a cross, right? So, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit like Game of Death.
The nun does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then the light beam shines in on Angela, and she just fucking dies. She blows up, basically.
That's the same that happened to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Bruce Lee broke the window into the shape of a cross, and it killed her.
I don't think that happened, Tim. I think you're confusing some movies. So, it fucking explodes. They go back to school. There's a big old crowd around them, like, oh, hey, where were you? You know?
The whole school knows what happened without any context, right? They all know that something bad happened at this whole house.
At whole house? Yeah, I mean... well, remember, Angela did strip to death metal, so they had an idea something evil was happening.
Oh, wow. That's almost like the same ending to Perfume.
Okay, then I'll have to watch Perfume, Tim. So they do that, and then one of the girls just looks down and she sees the tube of lipstick, bends down and picks it up, and... Tim, as you said...
The worst part of this movie. The worst part of this entire fucking movie. I can't believe they fucking... What is this stupid fucking cocksucking producer who said, we need this shot in the movie? Because there's no way, with how good this movie is. Okay, this is a legit good movie. I like this movie from beginning to end. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah,
this is a stupid fucking way to end this goddamn movie. This movie, the ending took like 3 points off this goddamn movie for me.
Yeah, because this shitty red lipstick colored CGI worm.
It's a snake. It's a fucking CGI snake that fucking opens up its mouth and fucking attacks the goddamn camera. POV. right?
Yeah. It looks like when they make a 3D movie and they throw stupid shit in it just to be 3D.
Mm-hmm.
It's that with like pre-Lawnmower Man CGI. It's bad. It looks fucking terrible.
I'll take it one step further. It'd be like going to see a 3D movie that you know is going to be stupid shit, but it turns out to be really good, and the only 3D effect is all the way at the fucking end, right before the goddamn credits, and it takes you out of the goddamn movie. It's so fucking stupid.
It'd be like if you went and you watched Jaws, and then right at the end of Jaws, there's a little teaser for Jaws 2 where the CGI shark from Back to the Future 2 is supposed to be Jaws, and it leaps out of the water at the camera real quick.
See, well, that was one of the great things about Jaws, is because they made that movie without thinking, like, hey, we have to make a sequel, so let's just finish this movie. But yeah, it's just really...
Right,
it's just so stupid. All you have to do is just show up, pick up the lipstick. If I'm already watching this movie to this point, I'm getting to this point in the fucking movie, I'm like, whatever, 1 minute before the credits roll, I know what that lipstick is. I don't need to see that shit. Just show up, pick up the lipstick. It's a fucking...
she picks up the
it's
lipstick.
A vintage lipstick fucking holder, okay? That's just going to cost you mucho fucking dinero in any fucking antique store. You just don't fucking find that shit in a high school fucking playground.
I mean, if you're going to do it, just have her pick up the lipstick. She puts it on. She looks up with kind of like a little wry smile. And you can even do a dumb effect on her eyes or
give
something.
Her the fucking
and then
yellow
boom, you're gone.
eyes. That's it, done.
Yeah, thriller ending. It's perfect.
Such a great movie, just fucked up by the ending. It's just the last 10 seconds of this movie. It's just holy shit.
It's, Tim, you know what it is? It's your gymnast on the dismount and she doesn't stick the landing.
Oh, man. Come on. You got a fucking broken ankle. Come on. Do it for the gold. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else is fantastic, but she just doesn't stick the landing. But still worth it. Still worth a watch, 100%. You can just ignore
turn
that
off
part.
As soon as like a certain point gets to, what point do you just turn this movie off? Like
when you see the girl reaching down to pick up the lipstick, then just turn it off.
Stop. Trust
You're
us.
good.
Yes.
At that point, you got the point. You know what's happening. You're done.
We should do a podcast just stop at this point in the movie. Right?
Yeah. You call it the You're Done podcast, and we just say when not just movies, TV shows when they should have been done. So it's like the opposite of Jump the Shark, right? So we're right before. So like that season of what was it? Season 8 of Dexter, the one where he's like dating his sister.
Yes.
Yeah, that one. The was that the one with Julia Stiles in it? That season?
Maybe, because I know I watched it all. I finished watching the whole show. I was just like, oh my fucking God. This is like, ugh. This is something with
what I would say. So what I would say then, Tim, is okay, so that's the jump the shark moment, right? When that happens. Before that though, the part when you finish it up, you're done, you're like, okay, that was fantastic. As soon as the John Lithgow story arc ends, then you're done.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember in Happy Days, because I remember watching that show religiously. Like, was Jumping the Shark before Pinky Tuscadero and the Malachi brothers? I mean, somebody.
I did not watch.
I know.
Days.
If you would have said, "Oh, Pinky Tuscadero and her sister Leather," then I would have been like, "Holy shit, Eddie, you shocked me." But somebody out there is going to know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
That was more of a Joni Loves Chachi kind of guy. I wasn't
by that time, the fucking Jesus Christ, everything jumped the shark at that point.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that started out with the shark fucking chewing on it. That was it was over at that point. No Ralph Malph spinoff though. They should have gave him his own show.
I will say this about Happy Days: it was ahead of its time. It was crazy because the younger guy groomed the older woman.
Yeah.
Because I think Chachi was at least like 4 or 5 years at least younger than Joni was. Go back and watch the original shows. Yes, that was the whole thing.
It's like a reverse Weinstein.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So on that note, Tim, do you have anything you want our listeners to pay attention to on the internet?
No matter how high or how drunk I am, I can always get this out. I think if you're going to pay any attention, pay attention to us. Give us 5 stars. If you can't join the Patreon, I signed up for a contest to see if I can get guest host on another podcast about Law and Order SVU. called These Are Their Stories.
Oh, Tim.
So maybe, I don't know, hopefully.
Can our listeners go support you in that? Go like vote for you or yell at the host?
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of like standing outside somebody's fucking house and you're holding up protest signs for pick Yobo, pick Yobo. Hopefully I get on because I told them I did this podcast, and I think every podcast I'm on, somehow or another, I work Law and Order SVU into it.
Yeah, it will come up if you bring Tim on your show. I am the Rain Man
of Law and Order SVU. So just give me a celebrity,
really
and I can really get them back to fucking SVU with it. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna go more fucking name that tune. I'll do that shit in 3 notes.
Tim, name that tune. Okay. So yeah, and as always, pay attention to all of our sister podcasts. Everything I Learned from Movies, of course, the Grind Bin, obviously, the Mustachio Podcastio.
These Are Their Stories. Of all of a sudden, if I get on the show and all of a sudden there's a big Yobo bump, come on.
Yep. Then you got to pay attention to that. And if you're liking what we're doing here and you want to get access to our bonus episodes as well as video episodes of our podcast every week.
See me drink. Yeah. See my face gets progressively more drunk and more drunk.
Slightly redder. Yeah. Then you can just sign up at patreon.com/bloodybits and get access to the blood bank now with over 7,200 movies. Tim, we've just added some fun ones here for you, buddy.
Yes.
We got from 1988. I know you've seen this one. High Spirits.
Is that something with a dead ghost trying to fuck somebody?
Yep. Daryl Hannah, Steve Guttenberg, Beverly D'Angelo, Jennifer Tilly, Liam Neeson,
Steve Guttenberg
Peter O'Toole.
Somebody's always trying to fuck something. Yes, Steve Guttenberg. Yes.
Yep. It's a fun little comedy fantasy horror. So technically horror. You could also,
the horror is Steve Guttenberg wants to fuck you. That's the horror of it. Yeah,
that would be pretty horrific. That's a good point. If you want some more horror, we just added Leonard Part 6.
Maybe it's at Part 6. It's already time to cancel that series before it even starts.
Yeah, probably. And we've also added, Tim. Let's see here. I got to find one you're gonna like. Metal Storm: The Destruction of Jared Sin.
I know the name of that.
This looks like a Yobo movie.
Like Apocalypse movie, right? That's more of a Bobby movie than me. Yeah.
1983, on a desert planet, warlord Jared Sin is trying to convince a tribe of mutants that he's their messiah and gain unlimited power hidden in a crystal. Ranger Dogan and explorer Diana, whose father was murdered by Sin, must stop him.
This is too much shit going on for a fucking hour and 21-minute movie. I guarantee you this is a fucking hour and 45 minutes, right?
No, Tim.
And does he spell it S-Y-N?
Yes,
yeah,
Tim.
Fuck that shit.
Tim,
no, fuck that.
Tim,
No.
Tim. I got 2 things for you that's going to change your mind. No, I've got 2 things that are going to change your mind, though. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Tits.
Directed and produced by Charles Band.
Oh, tits are... Right, your tits coming. Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah.
You've got Richard Mole in it.
Okay, Bull. Okay. Richard Bull.
Yep.
Bull. Yeah.
And Tim, the runtime on this, 83 minutes.
Oh, man. In and out like I'm fucking 14 years old. Yeah.
In and out just like you were 14 years old, Tim. And you know what? You guys... You could join the Patreon in under 14 minutes. Just go to patreon.com/bloodybits.
In some states,
How about that?
In some states, you have to wait till you're 18 minutes into the podcast before you join it.
That's true, yeah. And if you know the law in each state, then you should just go to jail for knowing the law.
Or you should be in a Michael Mann movie, point. Yeah.
Or be in a Michael Mann movie, yeah. Exactly, Tim. Oh, man. So with that being said, folks, for Tim Yobo and myself, I think that this is how we end it.